Whereas Campbell has now won 10 games in a row.
You know what, Campbell came out last night with an absolute laser show in the first inning. You know, the Aggies came back and responded later in the ball game, kept themselves in the game with some solid pitching. Jaheim Brown settled down and kept the team in there, but unfortunately they came out with a loss. But looking to come back today, a nice sunny day, good weather out here. Aggies might pull one out today, Ryan.
A righty versus righty matchup there. As we take a look at the pitching matchup, Logan Jaros gets the start for the Aggies, and you see Thomas Harrington there. He is a projected or potential first-round Major League draft prospect, so a ton of scouts in the stands today to see this one. And Logan Jaros will face off with him. He was 2 for 3 this season, 5.13 ERA in 26 1/3 innings pitched. Take a look at the defensive alignment there for the Aggies. Saban Roan in at shortstop for an injured Alex Reyna. He came in last night for that same reason. TJ Ash in center field. Xavier Bussey out today because he sustained a lower leg injury last night as well. First pitch here to Jared Belbin. He took ball one inside there. That was actually the second pitch of the at-bat, but not sure. Nobody seemed to know whether that first pitch was a strike or ball. But it's a 1-0 count.
Yeah, Jaros has been the number 2 starter for most of the year for the Aggies. Good right-hander, little velocity, a chance for him to show what he's got in front of these scouts out here to see Harrington today.
I believe the count now 3-0 to Belbin. And this is low, and it's a 4-pitch walk to start things off. So the leadoff man aboard again for the Camels, and that'll bring Drew Winters to the plate. This is just Winters' 4th start of the season. Hit .208, 2 home runs, and 8 RBIs. He steps in, righty versus righty matchup. We'll of course discuss our winner of the uniform battle later in the broadcast, but a lot of color on the field today in this one, as opposed to last night's matchup, which was the Navies for A&T and the All Grays for Campbell. That pitch misses inside. The count 1-0.
Yeah, bright and sunny day. These are the traditional Saturday unis. It looks like for both teams. Of course, the adjustment this weekend for Easter.
And we're going to get our first mound visit already with 5 straight balls from Logan Jaros. Aggies do not want what happened yesterday to happen again after that 8-run first inning in yesterday's ball game. Currently sunny and 72 here in Greensboro. A little bit of a wind, about 7 miles per hour, but pretty much the picture perfect spring day here in Greensboro.
Yeah, Aggies had an unfortunate first inning yesterday, but really put together a good ball game last night. Scored 10 runs, hit 14 times. Had a couple of leadoff runners, I think, for maybe the first 4 or 5 innings. So really good performance by them despite the loss. Looks like Coach Server, Aggie pitching coach, had to come out and help Logan Jaros refocus. Like you said, you can't get off to a bad start like they did yesterday.
Yeah, certainly the case is 5 straight balls that started off here for Logan Jaros.
Yeah, it's just a mental refocus. The beginning of the game, a lot of atmosphere, really warm day. Just got to refocus, get back in that strike zone.
Comes to the plate, breaking ball. That one misses 2, 6 straight now for Jaros. Yeah, and the count 2-0 to Winters.
That was a bit of a squeeze. Again, when you see a guy struggling to throw strikes and he throws one in the zone, that's a home run pitch right there. That should be a strike, in my opinion.
Fastball misses up. And now 7 straight from Logan Jaros. Still searching for that first strike. And you don't want to put 2 on with no outs with Zach Neto in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, a lot of Major League representatives out here today to see Mr. Harrington and Mr. Neto, 2 guys in the Division I rankings in their respective categories.
Neto is, according to D1 Baseball, this is the list they put out this week. According to D1 Baseball, Neto is the 16th ranked prospect, whereas Harrington is 21st.
A lot of good baseball in the Big South this year.
So 3-1 count. Winters fouls this one off to the right side, and the count goes full.
Good job by Jaros. Struggling to throw strikes, but got this count back full.
Winters digs back in now to wait the full count delivery. Kickoff throw over to first, close.
That was kind of close there.
But Belbin gets back just in the nick of time. And the count's still 3-2.
The Aggie catcher last night, Kenyon Brown, had a few opportunities to display why they gave him the nickname Cannon.
Yeah, he was good last night. Runner is on the move, but the pitch is outside for ball 4, so doesn't matter anyway. And Giroux starts it off here with 2 walks. And that'll bring Zach Neto to the plate, hitting .379 this season with 6 home runs and 21 RBI. He's also a terrific defensive shortstop. So step in with runners on first and second, and no outs.
Yeah, he made a lot of non-routine plays last night.
That one barehanded grounder he fielded was spectacular. Misses outside for ball 1.
Yeah, I think it was a deflection off of the pitcher, and he was able to... Bad throw to first, though. I don't think he converted it, but it was still a really, really nice play. The Camels.
Neto back in to wait the 1-0. Takes ball 2 outside. Now a 2-0 count. It'll be interesting to see how patient A&T will be here with Giroux with struggling to throw strikes. So far, he's thrown just 2 after walking 2 batters.
Yeah, if he can work himself back into this count, maybe they can get 1 out. I think he's got a shot. But, yeah, you're right. If he continues to struggle.
Breaking ball misses up. And now a 3-0 count. It does appear to be a tighter strike zone than we saw last night.
You know, the strike zone got a little bigger as the game went on. Early on, it just seemed like the umpires wanted to see some offense.
3-0 delivery. Fastball misses outside, and it's another walk. 3 straight walks to start this one off. And now Logan Jordan will step in. Jordan hitting .311, 6 home runs, 22 RBI. This is a Campbell offense that in 32 games has hit 57 home runs this season.
Yeah, Campbell, again, been in the regionals the last few years. Trying to get back there.
Bases loaded, no outs. Ball 1 up high, and activity already starting in the Aggie bullpen.
You know, sometimes, you just, something's not clicking as a pitcher. You know, it could be, visionary. It could be mechanics, physical. You just got to try to work yourself through it.
Still struggling as a count 2-0.
You know, there's all types of strategies you can implement. You could
2-0 delivery. Right at the knees there for strike 1. 2-1 count. That's probably the best pitch he's thrown.
Yeah, sometimes it's just, again, you've got a visual sight that you set your eyes on when you're trying to throw a pitch. You know, if the ball's coming out a little low, you just got to set those sights a little higher.
2-1 delivery. Jordan fouls that one off to the first base side. And the count will even up at 2-2. Bases loaded, no outs. Giroux has walked the first 3 batters.
Yeah, it was a good book written by Harvey Dorfman. I don't know if you ever heard that name. The Mental Game of Baseball, and where they discuss about aiming small, missing small, and just some conceptual things that you can use as a pitcher when you're struggling. Throw strikes.
Full count delivery, hard hit ball by Jordan over to short. Roan bobbles it, has no play anywhere, and a run will come in to score. That's going to be an E6. So still no hits for the Camels, and they've got the bases juiced and already a 1-0 lead. So we'll take a quick look at that replay from Roan. I think Roan got a little ahead of himself and was trying to kind of get that ball before it got all the way in his glove and caused him to make an error there. And that would have been possibly a double play if he had fielded it cleanly.
Yeah, this is just bad fortune right now for the Aggies. They're going to have to get their heads in the game here.
Connor Denning now will step in. He takes ball 1. 1-0 count. Denning hitting .278, 5 home runs, 26 RBI. Fastball right at the belt for strike 1. 1-1 count.
Yeah, if you're Logan Giroux, you just want to just try to be consistent, continue to throw strikes, and force some contact. We know they can hit the ball, but you can't have walks.
There's 3 of them so far. Swing and a miss there for strike 2. And the count now 1-2 for Jaros. This is the first time he's actually been ahead in a count.
Yep. See what he does with it here. You can notice some tendencies once you've gone through a lineup a few times. Campbell's working in some new guys in the lineup today. Ooh, nice pitch.
This is a little low and outside, but the count evens up at 2-2.
That was a good spot right there for Jaros. Found the Aggies to go right back to it. Same pitch, same location.
2-2 delivery, breaking ball, driven out towards right field. It'll drop in. 1 run at least will come in to score. They'll hold the runner from second at third, so it's just a 1-run single there for Connor Denning, his 27th RBI of the season, and it's 2-0. Still no outs here for the Aggies. And now Drake Pearson will come to the plate. This is the guy you did not want to have come to the plate with the bases loaded. Hit 2 home runs last night, one of them a grand slam.
Yeah, Pearson, just all-around baseball player. He's my stolen base guy on the Camels. I love offensive guys that could hit for power, steal bags. If I'm a major league scout here, I take a look at Mr. Pearson.
Take strike 1 on the inside corner. Or they called it ball 1, actually, I believe. Yeah, called it 1-0. Swing and a miss there as the count evens up now at 1-1. Oh, it is 0-2, actually. 0-2 count.
Yeah, I guess we're going to have to try to get at least 1 out as quickly as possible just to change the momentum.
Breaking ball, hard hit ball towards third, makes it past Hennings into left field. It'll roll all the way into the corner. 1 run comes in to score, make it 2. It's going to be a bases clearing double for Drake Pearson. And just like that, it is 5-0 Campbell. The same thing that happened yesterday, essentially. Drake Pearson came up with it was 1-0 with the bases loaded and crushed a grand slam to make it 5-0. This time, it's a bases clearing triple that brings in 3 runs to make it 5-0.
Yeah, I don't know what the Aggies are going to do here. Yesterday, Jaheim Brown had a similar start, and
we're gonna get a pitching change. That's exactly what's gonna happen right here. That's it for Logan Jaros.
It seems like Coach Hall's seen enough.
I mean, he only gave up 2 hits, but he walked 3 batters. There was an error,
right?
And it's now 5-0. So a new arm will come in here for the Aggies. It'll be Jake DeLisi that'll come in to replace Logan Jaros, who failed to record any outs there during that outing.
Tough start for Mr. Jaros. Tough start. You just sometimes got to come together as a team. It seems like the Aggies are just out there as a team. Coach Hall trying to refocus his troops. Share with them that you're never out of a baseball game. I know I got a lot of text messages after our discussion about the 10-run rule last night.
Oh, did you? Just tell them they were all wrong. There should have been a run rule.
The traditionalists will never believe in a 10-run rule.
That's just crazy. I'm sorry.
I mean, but hey, we were proven wrong last night. The Aggies fought back late in the game.
They still won by 4.
They did. They did. But there's a shot there. They had a chance in the 7th or 8th inning to maybe if they would have bunted earlier in the game, like we discussed, then I think it might have been a little closer ball game.
That'll bring Drake DeLisi to the mound here for the Aggies. DeLisi, a redshirt sophomore, 2.49 ERA and 14 appearances, 0-1, has 14 strikeouts, 10 walks in 21 2/3 innings. So we'll see if DeLisi can kind of come in and settle things down after Jaros faced 6 batters, did not record an out, gave up 2 hits, 3 walks, and a error as well.
Yeah, he just couldn't find the zone today. I thought there were a few pitches that were close, but the Camels were able to place some balls. That triple down the line. It's a tough one to field.
think it's kind of a shame is that if Roan doesn't commit the error and they turn 2, they might be looking at a much different scenario right now.
Yeah, it's possible. It's unfortunate. It happens. Yeah, Mr. Roan is, hasn't really played short this entire year. I think last night might have been his first chance to, field some baseballs in live action. Just got to get used to being out there, making some plays.
So now stepping in here for the Camels, it'll be Grant Knipp who gets the start today behind the plate. 11th start of the season, hitting .256 with 4 home runs and 12 RBIs. He takes ball 1 high and in. The 1-0 count to Knipp, runner on second, and still no outs.
The Camels were in the game last night, and they saw that Aggie offense put up 10 runs. So, I don't blame them for trying to put up another 8 spot in the first inning.
Strike 1 there at the knees as the count evens up at 1-1. And they've actually got Harrington throwing down in the bullpen to kind of loosen up before he gets out on the mound. That's how long this inning's going. Hard hit ball towards short. Roan fields this one cleanly, fires over to first, throw a little off the mark. Maynard, though, makes the catch and applies the tag, and finally it's 1 away.
Yeah, good to see Roan come back and make a play. The throw was somewhat errant, but, fielded one, got it out. That's all you can do is be ready for the next play.
I bring Waldy Arias to the plate, hitting .190 this season. 3 home runs, 17 RBI. He steps in with a runner on second and 1 out.
It's just about repetitions. Everybody wants to play when you're in a dugout. Unfortunately, usually the coaching staff's going to go with who's first on the depth chart, but at some point in the year, you're going to get a shot.
Strike on the outside corner there to Arias, makes it 0-1. Fastball down low there from DeLisi. The count evens up at 1-1. And runner on second, 1 out. Here in the top of the first, and that's not a typo. Campbell already with 5 runs.
They've scored 13 runs in the first inning. Uh-oh.
Arias turns on that one, sends it screaming down the left field line, and that's as long of a strike 2 as you'll ever see.
That was hit pretty good down the line over there.
So the count now 1-2. And the number 9 hitter, Tyler Halstead, in the on-deck circle. Yesterday, I believe, in the first inning, the Camels had 11 batters come to the plate. See if they do that again. Chop towards third. This one foul. Hennings caught that one on the left side of the line. And the count remains 1-2.
Yeah, I thought we were headed for a basketball score last night, but...
You got a football one.
Yeah, Campbell offense just kind of settled down after that first inning. And they scored, had another inning or two where they scored more than 1 run, but the Aggies bullpen has been pretty good all year. Let's see if they can hold them in the game here.
1-2 count, fastball on the outside corner, gets him looking for strike 3. So DeLisi gets back-to-back outs since coming in, and it's now 2 away. Now to bring Tyler Halstead to the plate. Halstead hitting .387 with 2 home runs and 8 RBI. This is his 10th start of the year.
Good pitch by DeLisi on that last pitch there. Again, outer half guy. I'm just a fan of the outer half. But the Camels have shown that they can't drive the ball the other way.
Wild pitch gets to the backstop. That'll allow Pearson to move up a spot.
Camels bunting with 2 outs.
I mean, whatever
man
works.
on second. Hey, I love it. I'm a fan of the bunt.
I know. Trust me.
I mean,
better than anyone I know.
He squared around right there with 2 outs and a man on second. Kind of, pulled the little league move, waved the bat, caused a pass ball possibly.
Lacey misses low, and the count now 2-0. And runner on third, 2 outs, 5-0 lead for the Camels. This is low again. And the count now 3-0. So 3-0 count to Halstead. Jared Belbin, the leadoff man, in the on-deck circle.
Belbin, another guy, who likes to steal bags for the Camels. I always keep my eye on those guys that like to run when they're on the bases.
That's a 4-pitch walk for DeLisi, his first walk since coming in. That's the 4th walk of the inning for the Aggies. And that'll bring Belbin to the plate. Runners on first and third, and 2 outs. 5-0 lead for A&T.
You got to give it to the Camels coaching staff. I saw some things yesterday. They called plays, double steal. They got a first and third situation with 2 outs in the first inning. They're up 5. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a stolen base attempt here.
Breaking ball. Got a piece of that one, did Belbin. As Brown was rising up to try to throw a runner out at second. But that foul tip kind of negates everything, and the count 0-1.
Yeah, Belbin over there at first is kind of faked the steal, but he's liable to go at any point in time.
0-1 delivery, breaking ball misses outside from DeLisi, as the count evens up at 1-1. Runners on first and third, 2 outs.
Yeah, if you're DeLisi, I might give him a throw over, hold the ball a little bit. See what you get there. It's good job there.
DeLisi's fastball fouled back. So he moves ahead in the count 1-2.
Holding runners 101, Ryan. Sometimes that hold of the ball will keep a guy honest over there at first.
One-two count, and they will just allow that runner to Belbin to move over to second.
Belbin just that was real smooth right there. He just kind of faked like he was just lollygagging around and just kind of walked his way into second base. That was a walk steal.
So the count now 2-2. 2-2 count. Belbin fouls that one back, and the count remains even at 2-2.
Yeah, there's certain things you can do. You can implement pitch outs there. Kenyon Brown has shown he can throw runners out. But it looks like the Aggies are playing for this third out here, hopefully.
Hard hit ball by Belbin. Flies out towards left center field. Ranging over, able to make the grab is Brantley, and that will finally end the top of the first inning. 5 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. 5-0 Camels at the end of the top of the first.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Big things are happening this year across the South, from the mountains to the coast. The fast are getting faster. The strong are getting stronger. And the best is getting better. Get ready to raise your expectations. Get ready for something big. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Big South Sports.
Bottom of the first inning here at War Memorial Stadium in Greensboro. Big South Baseball on ESPN Plus is brought to you by the Big South Store. Find the best variety of officially licensed merchandise in conference and school branded items at BigSouthStore.com. Gear up with some new apparel or find that perfect gift. Get fully equipped for all your game day fun with BigSouthStore.com. So a 5-run top of the first inning there for the Camels, Corey. Not quite as bad as yesterday, but again, the bats get going early for the Camels. And now the guy that all these scouts and all the guys with the notepads and and radar guns, all the guy that they came to see, Thomas Harrington, who has been spectacular for Campbell this season. He is 7-1 in 8 starts, 75 strikeouts to 10 walks in 53 innings pitched.
Yeah, before these conference series, we get a chance to just kind of look at stats and see some numbers, and I'm anxious, to see Mr. Harrington. You look at those statistics and what these scouts are looking for, and I'm also looking to see how Mr. Harrington responds when you're the prospect, and there's scouts in the stands, and you just see how a pitcher or a player can kind of stay within themselves. You got to block all that kind of stuff out and just focus on your craft. And I can't wait to see what Mr. Harrington is going to do today.
Cam Brantley will step in to lead things off. He's hitting .254 this season. 3 home runs, 12 RBI. One of those home runs coming in last night's game. It was a 3-run bomb as he takes strike 1 on the inner half.
Yeah, I see a guy so far with, really good mechanics. The ball just flies out of his hand. It was a well-thrown inside fastball. First pitch of the game.
Harrington's next pitch misses up as the count evens up at 1-1. Brantley does do a good job of drawing walks. 26 walks on the season, has an on-base percentage of .411.
Yeah, at one point, he was in the top 20, I think.
Brantley flies this one over to foul territory on the third base side. Ranging over his Belbin, blocks the sun out with his glove and makes the grab, and it's 1 away.
Yeah, good fastball, will get you some pop-ups. Looked like Brantley was a little tardy on the pitch there. But, a fastball pitcher sometimes, towards the middle of the game after you've seen him a few times. I think Mr. Harrington has a pretty good out pitch, off-speed pitch. I saw him throwing before the inning started. Breaking pitch has a lot of snap to it.
Anthony Hennings will step in. Nobody on, 1 out. Fouls that first pitch out of play. Hennings hitting .378 now on the season with a home run and 16 RBI. He had a nice night last night as well, as his average came up 18 points.
Yeah, good matchup here. One of the top pitchers in the conference versus one of the top hitters in the conference. See if Mr. Hennings accepts the challenge.
0-1 delivered from Harrington. Misses outside, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Yeah, Hennings just always looks like he's in the at-bat.
Well, he doesn't stay out long. He looks down to third for about a second and then right back in.
He's right in the box.
So wait the 1-1. Fastball fouled out of play, and the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, we were talking about the speed of the game, and at one point I know that was a point of emphasis, trying to keep guys from walking in and out of the box, and it seems that's gone by the wayside.
Doesn't seem to be enforced the way that it was attempting to be at one point, as that one misses low, and the count evens up at 2-2. That's why the pitch clock would be a thing of beauty.
I'm for the pitch clock. I've seen that a few places. Logistically, you've got to have that, that's somebody else you got to pay. A pitch clock operator.
Yeah, it can be part of the scoreboard operator. Diving effort there, past the second baseman into right field, and it's a 1-out single for Hennings. Another hit, as his average will run up above 380 now on the season. That'll bring Court Maynard to the plate.
Yeah, Hennings can just flat out hit, man. I don't care who's on the mound.
Now that's an example of that right there, as he went opposite way with that pitch. Just took it right into right field.
He's been doing that all year to every pitching staff he's faced. So I don't care if it's UNC Chapel Hill or
that'll bring Court Maynard
conference
to the plate. Maynard hitting .235, 8 home runs, 27 RBI. Big swing there. Makes it right back up the middle into center field. And the Aggies with a couple runners aboard with 1 out against the MLB prospect Harrington.
Yeah, last year the Aggies faced Maynard and Sykes, his teammate at North Carolina Central. I'll look the young man's name up in a second, but I remember last year there was a game where there were a bunch of scouts there to see that guy, and I think the Aggies took it personal and lit him up all day.
Going to bring Chet Sykes to the plate. Sykes hitting over .308 now. This is his 11th start of the year. Breaking ball misses high, and the count 1-0.
Yeah, Campbell's versus the Aggies is just good. If you like offense, it's a good matchup.
That's for sure. That's something this has not lacked.
If you want to see some balls flying around the park.
Haven't even played 10 innings yet, and we've seen 29 runs. And Sykes takes a big swing and a miss there for strike one. 1-1 count.
29 runs, and I believe we had like 31 hits last night.
30. On the nose, had 30.
It's a lot of hits.
It is.
In one ball game.
Harrington with the 1-1. Got him swinging there for strike two. 1-2 count.
Good hack by Sykes, though. Getting in the box, swinging.
Sykes will adjust the gloves and dig back in. 1-2 count. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the first. Fastball got him swinging for strike three. First strikeout of the afternoon for Harrington, and it's 2 away.
Yeah, it looked like that was an off-speed pitch there. Yeah, that's part of it, making all these pitches look like fastballs, having the same mechanical delivery, making those off-speed pitches. They look like they're going to be a fastball and making that batter adjust. Good sequence there by Harrington.
That brings Shamar Dalton to the plate. The freshman hitting .318 with 5 RBI. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Righty-lefty matchup. Harrington misses low for ball 1. 1-0 count.
The Aggies all year with 2 outs been able to score runs. Let's see if they can do that here.
Delivery, got a big swing and a miss there for strike 1. 1-1 count. A lot of swings and misses here early.
Yeah, just again, a good pitcher with good mechanics. If the Aggies can get to him early, you could possibly shake him up a bit, but if he gets into cruise control, it's probably going to be tough.
1-1 from Harrington. Breaking ball at the chest for strike 2. 1-2 count. That seemed a little up for what he was calling in the top of the first inning, but
a little bit. I would say, there were a few pitches that were at that same level there. But again, as the game moves on, I think maybe umpires a little bit more conservative earlier in the game.
Big swing and a miss again for strike 3. It's back-to-back strikeouts from Harrington to shut down the potential threat. 2 hits, no runs, no errors, and 2 left on base. 5-0 Campbell as we move to the second.
I've made progress with my mental health. So when I started having unintentional body movements called tardive dyskinesia, I ignored them. But when the twitching and jerking in my face and hands affected my day-to-day, I finally had to say, it's not okay. It was time to talk to my doctor about Austedo. She said Austedo helps reduce TD movements in adults, while I continue with most of my mental health medications.
Austedo can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden changes in mood, behaviors, feelings, or have suicidal thoughts. Common side effects include inflammation of the nose and throat, insomnia, and sleepiness. Don't take Austedo if you have liver problems, are taking Reserpine, tetrabenazine, or valbenazine. Austedo may cause irregular or fast heartbeat, restlessness, movements mimicking Parkinson's disease, fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking, and sweating.
Talk to your doctor about Austedo. It's time to treat TD. TD is not okay. Visit askforaustedo.com.
Top of the second inning at War Memorial Stadium in Greensboro. Big South Baseball on ESPN+. Campbell leading North Carolina A&T 5-0 as we take a look at the 2 strikeouts here from Thomas Harrington to get out of that jam.
Like
in the bottom of the first, as Harrington gave up back-to-back base hits and came back and struck out the next 2 guys in Dalton and Chet Sykes.
Yeah, it looks like a good sinking 2-seam fastball that he's throwing.
So Drew Winters, the number 2 hitter in the order, comes to the plate. First time against DeLisi. Breaking ball in the outer half for strike one. 0-1 count.
Aggie pitcher getting ahead. That's a good sign for the Aggies.
Did not see a lot of that early in the first inning. Lacey misses low. Count evens up at 1-1.
That was a good-looking pitch right there, right at the knees.
DeLisi with the 1-1. On the outside corner for strike two. So a 1-2 count.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some research, Ryan. I still think that strike zone is still armpit to knee, and somehow belt to knee doesn't get called.
Swing and a miss there for strike three, and it's one away. Nice strikeout there for DeLisi. His second, and that'll bring Zach Neto to the plate. Neto walked his first time through. This is another guy that the scouts are here to see. Neto, actually the top prospect on the Campbell roster. 16th ranked prospect in the country according to D1 Baseball. Neto's first swing hits it right at Saban Roan. Roan fields cleanly, fires over to first in time, and quickly 2 away for DeLisi in the top of the second.
Aggie's starting to settle down a little bit. I love Neto's leg kick, man. Looks like he's getting ready to play for like a softball team. It's a big, huge softball.
The ball looks like a softball to them in this stadium. That's the way they've hit it so far.
It sure did last night.
Nobody on, 2 outs. DeLisi on the inside corner. Strike one. 0-1 count. Take another look at that defensive play here by Roan. Roan, that ball might have had a little zip to it. As Roan looked like he almost fell off his back foot there.
Yeah, a little top spin.
Yes. Count now 1-1 after DeLisi misses there.
Yeah, DeLisi, another righty coming out of the bullpen for the Aggies this year. Kind of over top delivery.
Hard hit ball to the third base side, foul, and the count goes to 1-2.
The ball flight goes from top to bottom, which I always favored as a pitcher because again it's just the angle. That when the bat makes contact, you get a lot of ground balls.
Jordan, who has an RBI in this one.
A quick 2 outs for the Aggies here. See if they can.
Takes ball 2 as the count evens up at 2-2. Nobody on, 2 outs, top of the second.
Yeah, if you're Mr. DeLisi here, you just got to keep filling that zone up here. No walks with 2 outs.
2-2. Misses outside and low, and the count goes full.
I get it, though. To try to be too fine with an offense like this. You tend to want to kind of try to paint around the zone.
Full count delivery, just fouling that one off as Jordan to keep himself alive. And the count remains full.
That's a talent, too. Being able to kind of stay alive.
Yeah.
Just get a little nick off
Hit
that
anything
barrel,
close. Full count delivery. Fastball skied out towards right field. Ranging back and now having to charge in is Dalton. Lost his head on the run in, but he was able to get under it and make the grab. 3 up, 3 down for DeLisi in the top of the second. Much different from the top of the first. 5-0 Campbell as we move to the bottom of the second.
Whether it's the practice field or weight room, in class or on game day, we compete down here. We put in work, day in and day out, to take a step forward towards degrees, championships. Our goals, excellence on every level. More than 4,000 student athletes, one attitude. We are the Big South, where winners are made.
In sports,
we are used to an even playing field.
Unfortunately,
off the field,
court,
track,
coast,
not all people are treated fairly.
In the Big South Conference,
we commit to using our voices
to oppose injustices and inequalities.
Join us as we champion change
towards ensuring even playing fields
in and out of sports.
The Big South Conference.
We're allies.
We're advocates.
Where winners are made.
Bottom bottom of the second inning at War Memorial Stadium in Greensboro. Big South Baseball on ESPN Plus is brought to you by Pepsi. Now, Pepsi presents What Fans Like, because Pepsi knows what fans like. You see a few fans out here today enjoying the game. Also, quite a few Campbell fans in attendance, making the drive from about an hour and a half away to be in attendance here. Is Campbell in nearby Blues Creek.
That's how you say that?
Blues Creek, yeah.
Blues Creek.
Yep. I'll bring Alex Seaton to the plate. They move into the bottom of the second inning. Campbell with a 5-0 lead on North Carolina A&T here in Greensboro. Seaton hitting .237 with a home run and 13 RBI. Fouled out a play to the right side, and the count 0-1.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful day, man, to watch some baseball. It's a good day to be a fan out here. Not too hot, not too cold.
When you talk about spring weather in the South, this is kind of what you picture. Blue skies, about 72, not too hot, not too chilly. Swing and a miss there for Seaton for strike 2.
Only thing we're missing today is Grill Man with some cheesesteaks out there or something. That's what we need. Somebody on the grill. Who's on the grill? Who's got grill duty, OJ?
They're all looking at you like they have no idea what you're talking about. Swing and a miss there for strike 3, and it's 1 away. That's 3 straight strikeouts now for Thomas Harrington.
Yeah, Harrington's settling in. I mean, again, I thought the Aggies had 2 at-bats where they made really good, solid contact and could put something together, but that off-speed, once he gets ahead, is crucial.
TJ Ash now steps in. Nobody on, 1 out. Ash hitting .216 with a home run and 11 RBI. Takes ball 1 low. 1-0 count.
Yeah, again, it's just a little different when you know there's radar guns on you, people taking notes. Yeah, he's trying to pitch a game, but still kind of looking up there.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 count. It's a little different when you see all the MLB logos and the bleachers behind home plate.
No doubt about it. Trying to make an impression.
1-1 as Ash fouls that one back, and the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, a little different pace than last night. I don't know what it was about last night. Maybe it was just in the air, man. Balls are just in the gaps.
They were flying everywhere the defense wasn't, including beyond the fence. 1-2 delivery. Misses outside, and the count evens up at 2-2. That happened 7 times last night, by the way. 5 for Campbell, 2 for the Aggies.
He did employ a few jetpacks out there in the outfield.
I don't even know if that would have helped on some of those.
Have you seen the new jetpacks?
2-2 delivery, missing. Oh, at the knees, they say, for strike 3. Ash seemed to think it was a little low.
It was a little out, I thought, but,
Now 2 away, and that is now 4 straight strikeouts for Thomas Harrington. After he gave up back-to-back hits, he has struck out the next 4.
Right.
This will bring Saban Roan to the plate. He's still hunting for his first hit of the season. Last night was the most he's played.
Yeah, Aggies having to battle through some injuries. I mean, that's another thing that coaching staffs have to do is get creative with substitutions and lineups. Try to create something positive.
One hard hit ball by Roan down the first baseline, hooks foul. And strike 2. So an 0-2 count. Now to Saban Roan.
Yeah, 5 runs, but only 2 hits. That was due to all the walks that the Aggies gave the Campbells in the first inning.
An error as well. This is outside, and the count now 1-2. So 1-2 count. Nobody on, 2 outs. And again for Campbell, You see the pitcher check the wristband. He's looking over to the dugout each time to see as that one misses low for ball 2. There are 3 players in the Campbell dugout holding up whiteboards with numbers on them that give the pitch on the wristband.
It's complex, man. I could see if there were runners on base, but
2-2.
Nobody on. I'm a little confused, but hey, teams have their way of doing things.
That's their system. It works. 2-2 count, nobody on, 2 outs. Hard to argue with 3 straight trips to the NCAA tournament.
That's true.
And winning 10 games in a row.
That is true. And that lightning offense that they displayed in the first inning and the first inning today's game.
He strikes out the side there as he gets Roan swinging. That's 5 straight strikeouts for Thomas Harrington. 2 innings in the books, 5-0 Campbell here in Greensboro.
We're constantly changing to keep everyone safe. Buses and trains have improved air filtration, and all buses are now equipped with mobile pay, so you can avoid touching surfaces. Safety doesn't mean just that you arrive safely. It means riders arrive on time, and we stay on schedule. I do this for my community. I'm Tracy Patton, and I'm a Metro bus operator. I'm doing my part to keep the DC area moving.
Don't just watch all the NBA playoff action. Be a part of it with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. FanDuel makes it easy to bet on every matchup, every prop, even every shot. And you'll get your winnings as soon as the buzzer sounds. Make every playoff moment more with FanDuel Sportsbook. All customers get a no-sweat same-game parlay each week of the NBA playoffs. Download FanDuel today.
Back into War Memorial Stadium in Greensboro, Big South Baseball brought to you by Big South Social Media. Get social with the Big South. Join the always growing network of Big South fans on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. You can also follow the conference source for game updates and on-site championship coverage via Twitter at Big South Game Day. Follow, watch, like, and share with the Big South Conference. As we move into the top of the 3rd inning, Ryan Stone, Corey Lima here with you. A 5-0 lead for Campbell. Thomas Harrington has struck out the last 5 batters he's faced here for Campbell, and you see it right there. And he is, after giving up those 2 base hits back-to-back in the first inning, he is starting to give those scouts what they came to see.
Yeah, so far, what I see is a hard 2-seam fastball that sinks. He's got a really good velocity slider, a lot of movement out of the zone.
Connor Denning steps in, big cut for strike 1. 0-1 count. Campbell scored that 5 spot in the first inning. None of that, though, came on Jake DeLisi. When he came in, it was 5-0. DeLisi has, to this point at least, quieted things down a little bit. This is low as the count evens up at 1-1.
Yeah, DeLisi just came in the game, just throwing some strikes and allowed his defense to make some plays. I mean, again, the Camels have shown the explosiveness that they have, but it's not going to happen all the time. A lot of times if we can get some ground balls like that, get some outs.
He hit it off the nose of the bat there, and Roan just couldn't field it cleanly. Also double pumped as well. So the leadoff man aboard after another E6 there from Saban Roan, and you just kind of see that he just doesn't have the confidence there at short.
It's repetitions.
Yeah.
He hasn't had the reps this year, and it's just getting more reps. He's made a few plays and not made a few plays, and hopefully he can again refocus and
this is the
try
guy
to make the next one.
This is the guy that has terrorized the Aggies so far in this weekend series. Pearson with the check swing for strike 1. He had a grand slam last night, hit the 3-run double in the first inning, Drake Pearson, that made it a 5-0 game.
Yeah, Pearson trying to show these scouts that, you should be looking at me too.
Breaking ball misses low as the count evens up at 1-1.
Yeah, DeLisi can't forget that he's got a runner over there on first, and that the Camels will steal, or they will play some games on the base paths.
Chop towards short, makes it past the diving Roan into left field, and it's a base hit for Pearson. And now 2 aboard with no outs. And that'll bring Grant Nip to the plate. Nip is 0 for 1 so far in this one. Steps in with runners on first and second. And no outs.
DeLisi's pitches are yielding the ground balls that you'd like to see. Unfortunately, some plays haven't been made. That one just kind of snuck into the 5-hole over there.
Nip steps in, squares the bunt, pulls back to take ball 1. 1-0 count.
Very wise of the Camels there. Go ahead and try to get this bunt down. Get 2 runners in scoring position. Put some more pressure on the Aggies.
Nip checks the wristband. Steps back in, no wait the 1-0. Noesi looks to the runner at second. Comes to the plate. Squares the bunt. Puts it down the third baseline. Charging in is Hennings. Fires over to first. Maynard couldn't hold on to it. The runner from third now will come in and score on the E3. And now it's 6-0 Camels with runners on the corners. And no outs.
Yeah, unfortunate. 2 defensive plays that should have been made by the Aggies this inning.
That's 3 errors now on A&T.
That was a really good bunt. Excellent play.
Hennings.
Good throw.
He definitely would have got him out. It hits Maynard in the gloves. They're probably going to go to Maynard. That's 3 errors now on the Aggies.
Yeah. Another first and third situation with no outs. I won't be surprised if there's a hit and run or.
As well as Campbell hits the ball, you just can't beat yourself playing a team like them.
You can't. You're going to have to make those routine plays like that.
Arias squares to bunt, pulls back to take ball 1. 1-0 count. Runners on the corners and no outs. 6-0 lead now for the Camels.
Yeah, when you got offensive opportunities, bunting just, I don't know what it does, man. I told you, the baseball guys will reward you if you can bunt and get it done effectively.
Fouls that one off, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Baseball guys rewarded with a bad throw on that last bunt right there, right?
It wasn't a bad throw, actually. It was more of a hit the glove. I mean,
that is true.
I think that's more on the first baseman, honestly. Granted, he had to stretch a little bit, but if it hits your glove, the rule generally is
you're supposed
to make the catch.
I like the late square too.
He nearly paid for it right there as he squared there, and he nearly took that one in the chest if the bat didn't hit it.
But again, sometimes how they teach guys is to square early, and you kind of stand there.
Well, the thing about if you
looking down the barrel,
thing is if you square early, you can kind of direct where the ball is going to go.
True, but I mean, there's a natural physical motion of kind of that late, the slide of the bat through your hand.
I also think it's the purpose of why you're bunting as well.
True.
If you're bunting for a hit, then yes, square late.
Yeah, now he's got 2 strikes. He's got to swing away. Let's see what the Campbells do. They might put on a steal here, a hit and run maybe. They got that playbook on a little fanny pack on there.
Arias drives that one out towards right field. Hits it right at Dalton, who makes the grab. The runner from third will tag up. The throw not quite in far enough. Brown, though, on the grab, throws to second. And he'll get the runner trying to go from first to second. So Campbell ends up losing 2 outs there, but they do get another run home, and it's 7-0. When you've got a 6-0 lead already, you can kind of trade 2 outs for 1 run.
Why not? Usually a 7-run deficit is a pretty big deficit.
They bring Tyler Halstead to the plate. Nobody on, 2 outs. Delvisi misses low and in. 1-0 count.
I don't know if you saw that. You see, they got a little playbook, a little fanny pack playbook right there on the belt. I haven't seen anybody use it yet, though. I've seen them do the wristband check, but not the belt buckle fanny pack check yet.
On the inside corner for strike 1. 1-1 count.
I wonder what's on that. That's another new complexity.
It's a lot. You can kind of tell right there. I mean, so you look at it, there's a lot on there.
We've been kind of, peeping the Camels communication approach. And like you said, you can't deny it. They've been to regionals. They should be ranked.
Campbell's going to be the first team to approach this like a quarterback,
right?
And bark out false calls out there on the mound. Drives this one towards center field and drops it in for a 2-out single. Nice piece of hitting there by Halstead to extend the inning, and it's a runner on first now with 2 outs.
We might have to do some research, man. And they might not share that knowledge with us, though.
Jared Belbin now will step in. So far 0 for 1, did walk in his first plate appearance. Steps in with a runner on first and 2 outs. 7-0 lead for the Camels. Runner on the move. Brown's throw in the dirt. Bounces past Roan into center field. And Halstead will hold up.
I love it, man. I love when teams just steal bases and, just are so aggressive with offense. I mean, they're up 7-0 and stealing bags.
Jared Belbin back in to await the 1-0. Delisi rocks and fires, catches the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 count.
Wouldn't be surprised if they do something else here. Why not? When you're up a bunch of runs, man, you can have a lot more fun.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. 1-2 count. Runner on second. 2 outs. Belbin digs back in to await that 1-2 offering.
Good job by Delisi. Despite the few errors here, just still kind of buckled in, getting ahead of batters.
This is low. Count goes to 1-2. Or 2-2, excuse me.
When's the Campbell-Longwood series?
Next weekend, actually. Belbin drives that one out to center field. TJ Ash will make the grab, and that'll end the top of the third. But for Campbell, 2 more runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, 1 left on base. They lead 7-0 as we move to the bottom of the third here on ESPN+.
It's not a secret to what actually happens behind the scenes at a bank. Here at First Citizens, we're trying to educate the client in each step of what's actually going to happen and actually have them make the educated decision around what steps and what options they utilize. We want to become that trusted advisor that actually guides them down that road, helping you reach your goals. That's Forever First.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive.
Babe, it's 8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
Back at the War Memorial Stadium in Greensboro, Big South Baseball on ESPN Plus, brought to you by Hercules Tires, the official tire of the Big South Conference. And for over 65 years, they have been providing tires with unbeatable quality at an unmatched value. Whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain, Hercules Tires invites you to ride on our street. For a retailer near you, visit HerculesTires.com. Ryan Stone, Corey Lima here with you as we move into the bottom of the third inning. 7-0 lead for Campbell. They added 2 more runs in the top of the third. They've now scored 21 runs in about 10 innings of play here in Greensboro.
Definitely an exciting offense to watch. Like you said, the Longwood-Campbell series next weekend. Believe it or not, neither team is number 1 in offense. That's going to be USC Upstate in the conference.
They're good, too. Pitch misses low to Canyon Brown from Harrington for ball 1. Harrington has struck out the last 5 batters he's faced.
Putting on a little show for the Scouts.
Hard hit ball by Brown, drops it into left field. It's a leadoff single. Nice piece of hitting there from Brown. And the leadoff man is aboard. Turns it back over to the top of the order as Cameron Brantley will come to the plate.
Now, Ryan, here we are in the third inning. We're down 7 runs. What's your call here?
Don't ask me. I know what you're going to say.
No, yeah.
No.
Go
ahead and tell me what you want. I know.
Well, Brantley did.
I really want him to make a graphic for me that whenever this happens, it pops up on the screen. Corey says, "Bunt the ball."
I've got a lot of teammates that listen to our broadcast, fellow friends. They're all on board with the "Just Bunt Please" T-shirt that you recommended last night.
Yes. I was 100% serious. I'm going to get that shirt made. 1-0 count. Brantley drives that one out of play to the left side as the count evens up at 1-1.
Yes, shout outs to all the Aggie alums that are back in the war, watching the Aggies play this potent offense here. The Campbells had a few stop by the press box over the weekend. Yeah, Brantley, is a guy that does have some pop, and I can understand.
He showed it last night with a 3-run homer. Fouls that one back as he falls behind in the count 1-2. He has struggled this season, though. He had a good night last night. Yeah. 3 hits, including that 3-run homer.
So I'm thinking the Aggies just want to let him swing away. Maybe you can get 2 back right here with 1 swing of the bat. And he's got some speed. If he can get on base, he can cause some trouble on the base paths.
One, 2. Brantley fouls that one back out of play, keeps himself alive, and the count stays at 1-2.
A Ben Hall offense is always going to be able to hit the ball.
That's for sure.
With 2 outs, 2 strikes. That's why I'm such a big fan of bunting, because it's tough to bunt. If you try to bunt twice and you get down 2 strikes, you still can drive the baseball in the gap somewhere.
1-2. Brantley drives that one down the right field line, hooks foul, and I think that one was pretty fortunate there. I don't think that one hit on any cars. It was heading for some windshields, but no shattering within earshot anyway. As the count remains 1-2.
Yeah, I don't even think the war puts any signs up out there. It should put some signs. Like danger,
park at your own risk. Harrington with the 1-2. Hard hit ball by Brantley. Fielded cleanly by Arias. Turns it over to Neto. Fires over to first for the 4-6-3 double play, and it's 2 away.
Yeah, every time we do that, I want to play that Price is Right sound.
Well, they're going to show us the replay, at least, of this double play here from Arias.
That's
turned it clean.
That's why you bunt in that spot right there. We've had how many double plays have I foreseen?
Maybe it's because you say they should bunt, though. You ever thought about it like that?
That's true. That's true. But I just think that's just a better play. The double play, especially when you get a little something going against one of the best pitchers in the country right now.
Misses low to Hennings for ball 1. 1-0 count.
And you've got a young man like Hennings who can drive that run in from second base. That's just
hitting .383 on the season now. Nobody on, 2 outs. Singled his first time through. Take strike 1 at the belt there, though. Count evens up at 1-1.
How would a guy on second base right now look with Hennings at the plate?
Like there's a runner in scoring position.
With one of the best hitters in the conference at the plate, right?
And only 1 out. 1-1 delivery. Misses low as the count goes 2-1 as they're going to take another look at that double play here from Arias. This one from a different view, and that just smooth. It wasn't even close.
Smooth.
2-1 count to Hennings.
Yeah, Campbell's are a good-looking baseball team. Well, some good baseball in the Big South right now. I'm anxious to see USC Upstate. I can't wait to see them.
Hennings takes a big whiff there and misses as the count evens up at 2-2. And nobody on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Hennings back in to await the 2-2. Reaches for that one and dribbles one towards Arias at second. Flips over to first. And that'll end the third inning. 3 innings in the books. All Campbell at this point, leading 7-0 at the end of 3. Big South Baseball on ESPN+.
We're constantly changing to keep everyone safe. Buses and trains have improved air filtration. And all buses are now equipped with mobile pay, so you can avoid touching surfaces. Safety doesn't mean just that you arrive safely. It means riders arrive on time and we stay on schedule. I do this for my community. I'm Tracy Patton and I'm a Metro bus operator. I'm doing my part to keep the DC area moving.
Delicious strawberries, real whole blueberries, and chocolatey dipped flakes tossed with real crunchy almonds. With Kellogg's Special K, you can start every day on the right foot. Because with so much variety, eating well can be delicious. Just do what's delicious.
Top of the fourth inning, Big South Baseball on ESPN+. The Big South where winners are made for the best in. You can check out, of course, the BigSouthStore.com. Also, the Big South website, BigSouthSports.com. Stay current with the latest news, results, stats, standings, and much more. Enjoy video features showcasing remarkable student athletes, or connect to schools, sites, or social media outlets, all from one place. Remember, the source for all your conference information is BigSouthSports.com. A 7-0 lead for Campbell over North Carolina A&T as Xavier Meacham has now come in to throw for the Aggies after 3 innings out of Jake DeLisi. 3 innings. This is already the Aggies' third pitcher, but DeLisi gets credit for all 3 innings because Jaros started the game but didn't record any outs.
Yeah, Jaros just couldn't find the strike zone. Another strong arm righty for the Aggies, and just struggled to throw pitches for strikes. Had an unfortunate start today, but just got to refocus and get ready for your next opportunity. Meacham has been a bullpen guy. He's also started for the Aggies this year. A velocity guy, can get the fastball up into the mid-90s, so he'll get a chance to show these scouts that he's a velocity guy for the Aggies.
Meacham's first pitch misses up for ball 1 to Drew Winters. 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for the Camels. Meacham, 13 1/3 innings pitched this season, 22 strikeouts and a 5.40 ERA. Catches the outside corner there as the count evens up at 1-1.
Yeah, major leagues are always just going to be into velocity, man. That's just, how it works, So they figure they can teach you how to throw other pitches. And, so if you've got velocity, you kind of have a good base foundation to work with. If you're like Mr. Harrington and you can throw a few other pitches for strikes, be a little bit more
2-1 delivery. Misses outside. The count now 3-1.
So far, I like Meacham's approach, staying low and away. Probably going to have to bring the ball back in the zone a little bit.
3-1 is that one fouled back. And the count goes to 3-2. So full count here from Meacham to Winters. Winters has walked and struck out in this one.
Hard breaking pitch right here.
Fouls it off. Count remains full.
A really good hard slider that looks like a fastball right in the zone is what Mr. Meacham's looking for here.
Full count. That one rocketed over towards the first base side. Foul. Count still remains full.
And As you see Canyon look over. I think he's got a little wristband communication going.
Fastball again. Foul back.
Yeah, I think off speed might do the trick here, Ryan.
See what he goes with. This will be the third pitch with the count 3-2. Fastball.
Oh, that's beautiful pitch right there. That's throwing the baseball right there to a spot. Unfortunately, he didn't get the call.
That'll bring Zach Neto to the plate. Neto 0 for 1 so far on this one with a walk. Steps in here with a runner on and no outs.
That's a beautiful pitch, man. Right there.
It's close.
Right there. Just below the belt, outer half.
Neto takes ball 1 down in the dirt. 1-0 count. And runner on first, no outs here in the top of the fourth. Campbell again out to a big lead just like yesterday. Fastball right down the pipe there for strike 1. 1-1 count.
Yeah, no outs here. Meacham runner on first. You just, again, got to mimic what Mr. DeLisi did. Give him a look, maybe throw a ball over there. Help your catcher, just in case he decides to swipe a bag.
This is outside in the dirt. And the count now 2-1.
Yeah, sometimes you pick little things up. I see the runner on first. He kind of walks off of first base. When the ball in your hand, you can just whip it over there.
2-1. Neto hits a hard hit ball towards third, makes it past Hennings into left field. Winters makes the turn at second. They'll hold him at third, and Neto strolls into second with a double. And now 2 runners in scoring position with no outs for the Camels. And for Neto, that's his 10th double of the season.
Seems like the Aggies had a decent shift, and Hennings was actually over there. It was a hard hit ball, though. Tough to handle. That's why they call it the hot corner.
That'll bring Logan Jordan to the plate. Jordan is 0 for 2. Does have an RBI. We'll step in with runners on second and third and no outs.
Yeah, Meacham's just going to have to just continue to try to draw some contact like he's been doing, and hopefully the ball will find a defender's glove.
Swing and a miss there for strike 1. 0-1 count.
So back to this 10-run rule here, Ryan. What is the inning that would be appropriate in your opinion?
Fastball misses up, and the count evens up at 1-1. Well, I think if you ever get to 15, it's 5 innings.
Gotcha.
I would say 10 after 7.
Okay. That's reasonable.
Because as we saw last night,
yeah, the Aggies
they came alive in the 7th inning.
And they brought
There wasn't enough time to bring it all the way back, though.
That's true. That is true. I like that.
So the count now 1-2 to Jordan.
We should recommend that to the Big South Conference office.
Think they'd listen? This is inside, and the count 2-2.
No, usually baseball coaches are at the head of the governance structure in the conference, and I doubt they would support it.
No, coaches never think their team is out of a game, ever. And I mean, it makes sense. This is outside, and the count now full to Jordan.
Now, I'm with you. I mean, in this day and age when people want instantaneous things and, to hold a spectator's attention, there might need to be some rule changes.
Jordan drives this one to right center field. It'll land just shy of the warning track and roll all the way to the wall. 2 runs will come in to score. Jordan strolls in with a stand-up double, and it's 9-0 Campbell. As you see Jordan's
little
celebration
flare,
there
little flare at second
base. 9-0 with no outs here in the top of the fourth. That's now 3 RBI for Jordan.
That was just a good low fastball that was just driven to the right center gap.
For Logan Jordan, that's 25 RBI on the season. I'll bring Connor Denning to the plate. Denning 1 for 2 with an RBI. Runner on second, and no outs.
So 15 after 5, 10 after 7.
That's what I think.
I think that would move it along a little bit. We could potentially even consider playing game 3 here today if we. Because tomorrow I think we got a bad forecast.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that they didn't end up doubling up today, because tomorrow, nobody's going to play on Sunday because it's Easter. And then tomorrow it's supposed to start raining around 8 and rain till about 1, which...
to game time, huh?
Yeah, so
they tarp it up?
Maybe. I mean, you can't tarp the whole field. And that one, Denning gets plunked on the arm. And now runners on first and second with no outs. And this guy should maybe consider buying a residence in Greensboro the way he hits the ball here. He's 3 RBI, 2 for 2 on the day. Hit the grand slam last night.
He definitely has some mojo here. Is he a local Triad guy? Where's Mr. Nito from? Pearson, I'm sorry.
So step in, runners on first and second, and no outs.
A lot of Triad guys on the Campbell's roster.
Trey Pearson is a San Diego guy, actually.
The Cali guy, huh?
He's from about as far away on the continental U.S. as possible. He takes strike 1 on the outside corner.
He's a West Sider. You gonna drop a West Side? Drop a West Side, right?
Runners on first and second with no outs. Pearson fouls that back out of play. And the count 0-2.
You know how it goes. West Side. Maybe Mr. Pearson heard us.
After the Super Bowl, it's the West Coast year.
That's true. That was a big-time Super Bowl. Halftime performance.
And the Rams winning the Super Bowl.
L.A., man, the Dodgers won that thing a few years ago. The Lakers.
I hate it so much.
It's been LA's time, I guess, huh?
I hate it so much. 0-2 count. Runners on first.
The Rams won too, didn't they?
I know, unfortunately.
Sheesh. I love LA, huh?
No. Check swing for strike 3, and Pearson actually gets struck out.
We hyped him up a little too much. We gave him a little too much West Side love.
I'll bring Nip to the plate. Runners on first and second with 1 out. 9-0 lead for the Camels.
You got to give it to the Aggies. I thought they were out of last night's ball game, man, but they punched back in the latter part of the game. It's 9-0, but after what I saw last night, I wouldn't count the Aggies out just yet.
0-1 count from Meacham to Nip. Misses high and in. The count evens up at 1-1. Well, I think the first thing they're going to have to do is get Mr. Harrington off the mound.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I thought they were going to get to him, but he's starting to get into that cruise control that I was afraid of, and it's going to be something to see.
1-1 delivery. Misses low. And the count now 2-1.
Yeah, I wonder if the Camel staff are probably going to, once we get to the 5th or 6th inning, if the deficit is still there.
Throw down to first.
Oh, man.
I think Maynard, I think he missed the tag.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem, is that he missed the tag. But the count now 3-1. See if we can. Yeah, we're going to take another look at that when we get a chance. But I think the problem was Maynard missed the tag.
Yeah,
first.
The throw was kind of to the other side. I know it looked like Maynard was trying to tag towards the bag, but the throw went more towards the field.
Nip steps back in, 0-8 to 3-1 as Meacham Rocks and fires, misses low for ball 4, and again the bases are loaded for Campbell. As we'll take another look at that throw down to first, and it was close. And it looks like he didn't tag him.
Yeah, just kind of tagged the air. Canyon Brown showing that he's got a cannon, and he will hold you accountable back there.
We're getting another mound visit here for the Aggies. So, bases loaded and 1 out. And we're going to take that. As they're going to come out and talk to Xavier Meacham. There was activity up in the bullpen, but nobody up now, so I'm not sure what they're going to do.
Yeah,
here.
Just a discussion. There's 1 out. Sometimes you got to prepare.
Let's take another look at that from another angle, and
oh man,
he missed the tag.
Missed the tag.
He never tagged him.
That was a good snap throw behind the runner there by the catcher, Canyon Brown.
So bases loaded now with 1 out. Xavier Meacham will stay in. There is more activity up in the bullpen. Waldy Arias will step in. Arias is 0 for 1 as an RBI. Seems like the whole Campbell lineup has an RBI.
Yeah.
This is outside and low for ball 1. 1-0 count.
As Mr. Harrington gets back up in the bullpen just to stay a little warm. Yeah, you can't sit down too long, especially when you got a good rhythm going. That's a well thrown pitch right there. Sometimes, when you get these predicaments, it's a 9-0 game, bases are loaded, pitchers around the zone. I don't understand why.
Hard hit ball by Arias, this time out towards left center, charging in, making the diving effort, but can't hold on to it. It gets away from him, tries to throw it into third, and that was almost a disaster if Hennings doesn't bat that one down and keep it close. But a run does come in to score, and they will score that. They score that one a hit, so an RBI single there for Arias. And now Tyler Halstead will come to the plate. This is
I think Ash thought that ball was going to go a little further. It looked more like a line drive, and then it just kind of died out on him.
It took kind of a roundish way to get there, and he just came up a little short on the diving effort. Halstead 1 for 1, hits it right back to Meacham. Meacham knocks it down. He'll come home with it. Got the first out, throw it down to first, not in time. They do get the lead runner, though. And it's 2 away. If Meacham had caught that, it would have been a pretty easy double play because Denning was 2/3 of the way home.
Yeah, he was halfway down the line. Like you said, a little more than halfway.
And now back to the top of the order with Jared Belbin ready to step in. This is Belbin's 4th at-bat of the game here in the top of the 4th. He's 0 for 2 with a walk.
Yeah, Aggies living in the danger zone here with bases loaded and these potent Campbell's bats in the box. It could potentially be near that 15-run deficit you were talking about a few minutes ago.
Takes that one up high, and the count now 2-0.
Yeah, for the purists that were, against our discussion of a mercy rule, I think you presented some really good points today. I'm anxious to see what they're going to say after your proposal.
Strike on the outside corner, and the count now 2-1. Well, if you're against the run rule, then you're against the run rule. I don't think.
There's nothing that can be.
I don't think.
You can't persuade them with any logic.
You said it, not me. 2-1 count, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Out of play.
Count evens up now at 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we I think that 10-run performance by the Aggies last night gave some people some hope and felt like 10-run rule shouldn't have been discussed after that.
Hard hit ball towards second, fielded cleanly by Seaton, flips over to first, and that'll end the top of the fourth inning. However, the Camels get 3 more runs on 3 hits, no errors. They do leave 3 on base. 10-0 lead for Campbell as we move to the bottom of the fourth on ESPN+.
Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more. So what are you waiting for? Hip Hop Group Tag Team to help you plan dessert?
French vanilla, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop shakalaka, 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 shaka, scoop shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
In sports.
We are used to an even playing field.
Unfortunately,
Off the field,
court,
Track.
Cost.
Not all people are treated fairly.
In the Big South Conference,
We commit to using our voices.
to oppose injustices and inequalities.
Join us as we champion change.
towards ensuring even playing fields.
In and out of sports.
The Big South Conference.
We're allies.
we're advocates.
Where winners are made.
Bottom of the fourth inning in Greensboro. Big South Baseball on ESPN+. Ryan Stone, Corey Lima here with you. A 10-0 lead for Campbell over North Carolina A&T. They jumped out to a similar lead yesterday. I believe they led 10-1 at one point. It was 14-3 there at another point. That was when the rally started for A&T, when they had scored 7 unanswered to end up making it a 14-10 game as we move into the bottom of the fourth inning. And Thomas Hairston, one of the top pitchers in the country, back out for his 4th inning of work. 5 strikeouts, 3 hits through 3 innings. He's had to wait some long times between innings.
Yeah, you got to stay loose. A lot of downtime with a potent offense like that. I can imagine that's how some of those quarterbacks feel, when their defense stays out there for a long time and they got to get ready, get hot, jump back in the game.
Court Maynard now will come to the plate, and as he was making his way back out to third, Coach Hall was giving a spirited discussion with the home plate umpire about something. Not sure exactly, but we'll see if it pays any dividends here in the bottom of the fourth as Maynard sends that one screaming down the third baseline, foul for strike 1.
Yeah, I kind of saw that too. Sometimes as a coach, you got to give them kudos too. Coach Hall stepping up for his team, just helping that umpire understand what the rule book strike zone is.
He fouls that one back for strike 2. It's an 0-2 count.
Just a little reminder. Just got to remind him a little bit. Yeah, there were a few sequences to a few batters where I saw some close pitches called balls, and I think he was discussing that with the umpire.
0-2 delivery, misses high and in, and the count now 1-2. Court Maynard in this one is 1 for 1. Hitting .242 on the season, 8 home runs, 27 RBI, including that grand slam from the win over UNC. On Tuesday night, big cut there, and he goes down swinging for strike 3. That's the 6th strikeout of the afternoon for Thomas Harrington.
Yeah, he's just out there pulling that yo-yo a little bit, throwing that fastball and changing some speeds and changing some locations and showing a lot of command on the mound right now.
Gonna bring Chet Sykes to the plate. Sykes is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, hitting .300 this season, the home run and 10 RBI. All right, down the middle there for strike 1.
Yeah, good hard slider or a cutter. Well thrown first pitch. Yeah, if a guy like Harrington, he's gonna get ahead. I mean, again, you got to be hacking on those pitches.
0-1 misses low. Count evens up at 1-1.
I mean, that's just one of those known things that a pitcher's going to try to get ahead. Even if it's a ball, it's most likely going to be right around the zone.
1-1 delivery. Sykes sends that one back out towards right field. Trying to get over there. He couldn't make the catch. Runs into the wall, and then that one ends up getting stuck under the fence, it looks like. The umpire running out there to try to verify it looks like that it's stuck. Sykes has already rounded third and headed home. They're going to call it a double, though, as that's where it did get stuck when he was midway between first and second. So it ends up being... Wait, but he had the ball. He just pulled the ball out. That was
a nice trick.
That's exactly what that was. Runner on second now with one out.
That was a nice trick on Mr. Umpire there.
That wasn't the umpire. That was the right fielder that pulled that trick. Ends up running into the wall right there. It was Winters. And then he claims...
Oh, it's under the fence. Yeah, see? Oh, he kicked it under there maybe.
He does kind of kick it right there. I don't know if that was the ball or not. It was hard to tell, but...
Hey, wait a minute.
Either way, it's a double for the Aggies. And they have a runner in scoring position with one out.
Oh, man.
Shamar Dalton now steps in 0 for 1.
I thought for a second Mr. Platypus got that thing. That lives over there.
I forgot about that thing. Hadn't seen it in the last week or so. Except in my nightmares. Swings that one and fouls it back in the count 0-1.
Yeah,
I think it was a beaver, but I don't know. It was some kind of big rodent out there in right field. We saw it before one of the games.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, we got to share with the fans, yeah. Over there in right field.
It vanished. No idea where it went.
For those that don't know the war, there's a little wildlife around here.
Chases that one down in the dirt and whiffs for strike 2. 0-2 count.
Yeah, I'm loving whatever Harrington's throwing. His breaking pitch it's right there, knee to belt high, and then it just dives right out of the zone. Tough pitch.
It's easy to see why all the scouts are here today.
I'm anxious to see what
fastball hit back up the middle by Dalton.
Ooh, nice play.
Stab there by Neto. Fires over to first, and it's in time. What a play there by Neto.
Yeah, that was
last year's Big South Player of the Year robs Shamar Dalton of a hit. Back up the middle, and it's 2 away.
Robbed him of a hit and an RBI.
He's another reason why the scouts are here today. Neto is actually the highest-ranked prospect in this game.
Nice
you see him just
play.
snare
Look at
that. And
control.
I mean, really
just a dart
got him by a couple steps still. And it's now 2 away.
That's a big-time play, man.
That's major league stuff.
As a pitcher, you definitely appreciate that. Mr. Harrington trying to preserve that shutout. That could have been a run scored there.
So Alex Seaton now steps in, runner on third, 2 outs, chops one towards third. Belbin with a little side-handed stab, fires over to first, pulled him off the bag with the throw, and they rule him safe. So the Aggies get a run home. That's going to be an E5, though. But nonetheless, the Aggies will take it.
Yeah, you got to change that 0 to a 1 now. And that's moving yourself in the right direction.
So 10-1. Now TJ Ash will step in with the runner on first and 2 outs.
At the plate, number 6, TJ Ash.
Campbell's out there playing some really good defense behind Harrington.
Misses outside for ball 1. So 1-0 count. So take another look there at the E5 that ends up bringing runner in to score there.
With 2 outs here, kind of middle of the game, little momentum. What do you think here? Maybe a hit and run, maybe?
Well, with 2 outs, not a terrible idea. 2-0 count. Ash back in, righty-lefty matchup. Harrington glares in for the sign. And comes to the plate. This is low and in. And the count now 3-0.
Yeah, it's the first batter I've seen Mr. Harrington get pretty far behind on. I'd take a few pitches here, see if he can fight back.
A 3-0 count. This is outside. It's a 4-pitch walk to TJ Ash. So runners on first and second. Now with 2 outs.
And the Aggies love to score with 2 outs. So maybe
that'll bring Saban Roan to the plate, who is 0 for 1. Saban Roan still looking for his first hit of the season. This would be a heck of a time for it. Misses outside for ball 1. 1-0 count.
That's 5 straight balls for Mr. Harrington.
We've not seen that yet, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm anxious to hear about. I wish we could interview some of these student athletes. That's got to be bothersome. I'd have to have a discussion with my coach. Coach, I can't check this wristband at every pitch, man.
Shot foul to the third base side, and the count evens up 1-1. I can't.
I mean, it's every single pitch. I can understand in situations, but every single pitch I got to check my wristband. As a pitcher, I remember just kind of getting into a rhythm, trusting my catcher. If the call comes from the dugout to the catcher, the pitcher and the catcher can kind of communicate, but that would throw me off a little bit.
Swing and a miss there for strike 2 and a 1-2 count.
But you made the point earlier, hey, 3 regionals.
Like they've won 10 games in a row.
10 games in a row.
It's hard to argue with anything they're doing right now. 1-2 delivery. Fastball got him swinging for strike 3. 7th strikeout for Thomas Harrington. 1 run does finally come home for the Aggies, but they still got a lot of work to do. Trailing 10-1 at the end of 4 on ESPN+.
My name is Gary.
Pastel.
Josie. I have MS.
I have MS.
MS is what we have.
I take Ocrevus.
An infusion treatment that's 2 times a year.
For adults with relapsing or primary progressive forms of multiple sclerosis, Ocrevus is proven effective in reducing relapses in RMS and slowing disability progression in RMS and PPMS.
Don't take Ocrevus if you've had a life-threatening allergic reaction to it or have hepatitis B. Tell your doctor about vaccinations or if you've had Hep B, as it could come back. A common side effect of Ocrevus is infusion reactions, and some may require hospitalization. It can increase your risk of infections, which can be serious and may decrease certain types of immunoglobulins. While PML was not reported in clinical trials, it could happen. An increased risk of cancer, including breast cancer, may exist.
MS is what we have, not who we are.
Not who we are.
Not who we are. Ask if Ocrevus is right for you and join our community.
Back into the top of the 5th inning in Greensboro. ESPN Plus Baseball brings you the Big South baseball, that is. Ryan Stone, Corey Lima here with you. 10-1 lead for the Campbell Camels. As we move into this top of the 5th inning, another arm coming to the mound here for the Aggies is Trey Fields. He's thrown 4 2/3 innings this season. Giving up 6 hits, has a 7.71 ERA.
Yeah, Fields just getting another shot. Get on the hill, get some work in. 4.2 innings. And, the game's not technically out of reach. Again, if I were on the team, I'd look at last night, and if I'm Mr. Fields, come in, we're down 9 runs, but our offense could put up 10 in 2 innings, and you got to fight to keep your team in the game. So get your work in and try to throw 2 solid innings. Coming out of the bullpen, it's I can see as a coaching staff, you want to try to stretch somebody and try to get them to go as long as they can. I'm in favor of, kind of outings based on average, based on what you've done throughout the year. Looks like they want to see a little bit more from Mr. Fields.
Drew Winters will step in. Fields' sidearm delivery misses low. And the count 1-0.
If you can get a sidearmer to throw strikes, you don't really need to have a lot of velocity. It's just such a different look, a lot more movement, especially if they've got a breaking pitch. I was just worried about these guys that stanky leg into a hit by pitch, or just kind of turn into one.
We actually really haven't. We've seen one batter, I think, hit by a pitch
this game.
after about 10 yesterday.
Right.
This is right there at the belt, actually, they say, for strike one. 2-1 count. Of course, it is Good Friday, but you know what else today is?
What's that?
It is the 75th anniversary of Jackie Robinson's Major League debut.
Wow.
Strike two on the outside corner as the count evens up at 2-2.
Now I know I'm officially old. Because my first season of professional baseball, it was the 50th anniversary. And they
hard hit ball there from Winters, drops it in to left field. He'll make the wide turn there at first, and will hold up. So leadoff single.
Yeah, but I was going to say that every major league organization had the 50th anniversary patch on the sleeve.
And then, I don't know if they're doing it this year, but at least for a couple of years there, everybody player wore 42.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a pretty cool gesture. Yeah, 75 now, huh? That was 25 years ago.
For the 50th anniversary, yes. Yeah, 75 years ago today. He made his Major League debut. This is outside, and the count now 1-0.
Yeah, biggest objective as a pitcher coming in the game, even if it's just one run, is to try to get that shutdown inning, as they call it. Mr. Fields trying to get one here, put up a 0 for the Aggies, try to get that momentum going in the other direction.
This is inside, and the count now 2-0 to Zach Neto, who is 1 for 2 so far in this one, hitting .382 this season. Seen some spectacular plays in the field from him.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised to see a stolen base attempt after this fly ball here.
Skies it out towards left field. Runs under, makes the grab. And it's now 1 away.
Now batting the left fielder, number 21, Logan Jordan.
That'll bring Logan Jordan to the plate. Jordan with 3 RBI in this one. 1 for 3 so far. Steps in with a runner on first and 1 out. Jordan takes ball 1 high and outside.
Yeah, you think the Camels are going to work in some guys? Maybe if they get a few more runs, we should see some bench players get a chance to play. There's that stolen base attempt to see if Canyon can throw him. Oh!
That throw is to the wrong side of the bag. If it's to the other side, he's got a chance at it, but he threw it to the wrong side of the bag, and that's why he's able to get in there safe.
And I'm all about aggression, man. Canyon has shown he can throw guys out, and the Camels are still pulling the trigger and running the bases.
Well, when you got a 10-1 lead, there's not a whole lot of risk to that steal attempt.
It's a good-looking pitch right there. Get back in the count.
Count 1 and 2.
Almost got him.
It was close. If the throw was to the other side of the bag, it's probably an out. At the knees for strike 3. Nice pitch there from Fields. He retires Jordan, and that'll bring Connor Denning to the plate. Denning is 1 for 2 with an RBI.
Yeah, the Aggie pitching staff's going to have to put up a 0 here. Fields coming in and getting, 2 outs. Earning some more outing opportunities so far.
Swing and a miss there for strike 1. 0-1 count.
Yeah, just up there challenging batters right now.
Drake Pearson waiting in the on-deck circle. Fields certainly doesn't want to let him come into the plate with runners on. Hard hit ball.
Yeah, looks like that might be out number 3.
Foul territory over on the third base side. Ranging over, and it falls between Saban Roan and Anthony Hennings. Yep, lack of communication, and that's lack of experience playing together right there. And the count now 0-2. Runner on second, 2 outs.
Yeah, with a tough team like the Campbells, you got to get every out that's possible. Because as you stated, you don't want to face a young man like Pearson, with runners on the bags.
Oh-2 delivery coming here from Fields. Breaking ball gets him swinging. First strike 3. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and 1 left on base. We are halfway through this one. Campbell in full control, leading 10-1 on ESPN+.
The way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Bottom of the 5th inning at War Memorial Stadium in Greensboro. Big South Baseball on ESPN+. Ryan Stone, Corey Lima here with you. Campbell leading 10-1 as they look to go ahead and clinch the weekend series after winning yesterday's game 14-10. Game 3 scheduled for tomorrow afternoon at 1. Weather pending, it seems like, at this point. But if they win today, then tomorrow's game for Campbell is, not irrelevant, but they'll have already won the series.
Pretty much. And he definitely, I'm sure they'll go for the sweep. And Aggies will have to fight to get one out of the series. Aggies looking to go to Spartanburg next weekend. Going to have to face another potent Big South offense in the USC Upstate Spartans. And as we talked about, Campbell will finally get a chance to see that Campbell-Longwood matchup.
Canyon Brown steps in 1 for 1 so far in this one. In 267 this season with 17 RBI.
Yeah, big pickup for the Aggies. Canyon has just been a trooper the entire season.
He's caught every game so far behind the plate.
Every single game. He's played great behind the plate, blocked a lot of balls, thrown guys out. Not a bad batting average. Hit the ball hard in his last at-bat. Has really been a major contributor this year.
Harrington's 2-0 offering. Brown drives that one out towards left center field. Running back and losing his footing, or he lost it in the sun. Either way, it ends up dropping. And Brown takes the turn at second, strolling into third or sliding in safe. And we'll see how they score that. They will call that a triple because
he was right under it, though.
Yeah,
the sun.
We'll see a replay of that one.
Well, that's one of those where if you don't touch it.
Yeah, he didn't touch it, and he fell. So
and the sun.
It's hard to call it an error, but you can. It's fair to say that it probably should have been caught.
That is as a pitcher, that's an error.
Yeah, he's very close. If he does, all he needs to do right there is stay up, and he catches the ball essentially.
I'm stepping back into my pitcher's mindset, man. That's gonna go in my ERA, man.
The Aggies now with a runner on third as Cam Brantley steps in. Brantley chops it towards first. Getting the stop there, they'll take the out, but the run comes home. So an RBI ground out there for Cam Brantley, and makes it 10-2. And for Brantley, that's his 13th RBI of the season, his 4th of the series.
Yeah, Brantley starting to pick it up now, starting to hit for that average that the Aggies know he can.
Anthony Hennings now will step in. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. 10-2 lead for Campbell. Right there for strike 1. Nice pitch from Harrington.
Yeah, just watching Hennings approach every time, it's just something to watch. Stands in the box, send one through a gap somewhere shortly. Hasn't really hit for power this year, but just...
Hennings, big swing and a miss there for strike 2. 0-2 count.
Certain guys, man, they just know how to place the baseball.
0-2 count to Hennings, who is 1 for 2 so far today, hitting .380 on the season.
Looks like the Camels have put on a shift, though, for him.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Harrington strikes out Hennings. That's his 8th, and it's 2 away.
Yeah, the Camels, he struck him out, but the Camels had Arias out there in the grass, kind of, deep in that 2-hole.
Gonna bring Court Maynard to the plate, hitting .240 this season, 8 home runs, 27 RBI. He is 1 for 2 in this one. Has been one of the strikeout victims to Harrington as well.
Yeah, Maynard is just another good baseball player, good pickup from Central. Top 10 in a bunch of Big South categories this year. RBIs, home runs.
Back in to await the 0-1 after fouling off that first pitch. Takes that one on the inside corner for strike 2. Quickly, an 0-2 count. A body on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, good chance to see Harrington's 0-2 pitch here. I'm always curious to see how guys approach 0-2 counts, especially a prospect like himself. Let's see what he goes with here.
On the inside corner, strike 3. Another strikeout for Thomas Harrington, his 9th of the afternoon. It is 10-2 Campbell. Harrington still rolling. 5 innings in the books here in Greensboro.
Verizon is going ultra with 5G ultra wideband in many more cities. Mindy, with up to 10 times faster speeds, she can download a movie in minutes or a song in seconds.
Yep.
Verizon is going ultra, so you can do more. You better move if you want to go. Go ahead, yeah, on a roll. Turn up, yeah, listen to it. You better do it if you're gonna do it. Yeah, I never seen something like this, no.
It's your journey. Own it in the Hyundai Tucson. Now for a limited time, lease the Tucson for just $219 a month. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Black is to unfold. Blackness in full and at home. In the landscape.
Beautiful day on Good Friday in Greensboro, North Carolina. Big South baseball on ESPN Plus. It's been a beautiful day, or a beautiful couple days at the plate for the Campbell Camels as they lead 10-2 in this one. Thomas Harrington with 9 strikeouts through 5 innings of work. And for A&T, they are already on their 5th different pitcher, as Michael Creighton now will come to the mound here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, Aggies just fighting to stay in the ball game. I mean, the Camels' offensive explosion in the first inning of both games so far has kind of put them out ahead early. Last night, the Aggies fought back late. Looks like they're going to have to fight back late in this game. They've put up 2 runs in the last 2 innings and, got a chance. They've shown that they're just as explosive, and this could be a close one if they keep their heads in the game.
Drake Pearson will lead off. Pearson has been an Aggie killer here in the first two games.
Pearson is just, he's emerged for me as the guy to look out for. I mean, I know we've mentioned a few names, Nito and obviously Harrington. Aggies drew a tough task today facing a big-time prospect and a guy with a 7-1 record and .79 walk-to-hit per inning percentage, and but they've managed to put up 2 runs. A couple defensive plays made here today, double play in the first inning, double play opportunity, and a few pop-ups, and a drop first ball at first base. This might be a 1-run ball game right now. So just gonna have to refocus, play some defense, and hope that offense can get them back in the game.
1-1 count. Now to Pearson, who's 2 for 3 with 3 RBI. Takes it on the outside corner, and now a 1-2 count. He did strike out his last time through the order, which has been pretty rare for him to strike. I think it's his only strikeout of this series so far. 1-2 delivery, foul back out of play, and the count remains 1-2.
Again, the Aggies prior to this series had the number 2 ERA in the conference. Creighton stepping on the mound. They've thrown a lot of guys today, but they've got a lot of guys that can come in and throw strikes and keep them in games, which is what you want. That's well hit.
Flies out towards left center field, and it's going to fly on out of here. Another home run for Drake Pearson, his 3rd of the series. He had 2 last night, one of them a grand slam, and that's now 3 in the last 2 games, his 9th of the season, and now 32 RBI. Drake Pearson has completely dominated the last 2 games.
Definitely a guy that I think Big South opponents are going to pay more attention to.
Makes it now 11-2 as that one sails out beyond the batting cages.
And that's to a deep part of the park.
That's about as deep as it gets, really. Nip chops that one foul off the third base side into the Campbell dugout, and the count 0-1. 0-1 count as Nip steps back in. Fastball right on the outside corner, and the count quickly goes to 0-2.
Yeah, Creighton, again, just giving up a home run, but quickly filling up the zone on the next batter, getting ahead. That's what you got to do. It's only a home run.
Misses outside. Count now 1-2. Nobody on, no outs. Now an 11-2 lead for the Camels.
Oh, no, they're really
just missed somewhere.
Well thrown.
Count evens up at 2-2. Two delivery. Misses outside, and the count now full.
The count full. Yeah, full count, no outs. Having just given up a bomb. Hard breaking ball, freeze them with a curveball right here. Out number 1.
Breaking ball misses low, and Nip draws the walk.
He didn't make the pitch there, but had the right idea.
So Waldy Arias now will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a couple RBI.
Now, I would be surprised if Campbell bunts here. They're up 9 runs, but
no outs.
No outs. And, Arias is...
I think they did try to bunt with Arias yesterday, actually.
Yes. So, wouldn't be surprised if you see a bunt here. Put some more pressure on the Aggies.
No bunt, though. Swings, hits it foul on the third baseline. Count 0-1.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that you're going to be rewarded. The energy's good whenever there's a well-executed bunt.
How many bunts have you seen Campbell execute?
They executed one beautifully earlier, and Maynard had to make a tough play, made the play, and just the first baseman dropped the ball.
Nothing to
But
do
it was a
with
beautiful bunt.
ball flying out of the ballpark the way it has.
True. It's tough to combat home runs.
Breaking ball to the outside corner for strike 2, 0-2 count.
Which brings us back to the jetpack conversation. Have you seen those jetpacks, man? They're using for emergencies.
I don't think they're going to allow that in baseball.
Wouldn't that be cool?
They might as well bring steroids and back corking back if they're going to do that.
I mean, how awesome would it be if a guy hits a bomb and you see the right fielder just jetpack it up in the air about...
I think it'd be great unless you were the guy that hit the bomb. Shouts it through the hole between second and third. Short and third into left field. And another base hit. Runners now on first and second with no outs.
Hey, you know what's funny, though? I bet you that's how baseball will look 100 years from now.
I figure like that's what they thought in the 1960s and 70s too, but that's not how it looks right now. So
I'd appreciate a jetpack as a pitcher.
Innovation when it comes to sports usually fails. There are several examples of
what
this.
about the three-point line, man?
The three-point line is one successful example, but you remember slam ball? When they tried to play basketball on trampolines.
With trampolines. That
it
was
lasted
cool.
for about a season and a half on TV, and then it just went away. About the XFL. How's that worked out? They kept one thing from the XFL. That was the cameras.
And the challenge. The coach's challenge.
The coach's challenge.
There have been a lot of cool innovations.
Breaking ball for strike 1. There's been a lot of attempts, too.
True. I think kids would be in favor of jetpacks, Ryan.
Of course they would.
Little double steal.
Breaking ball, swinging, throw down to third is not in time. Good effort there by Nip.
Man, I love it when teams do that. Double steal with no outs.
And it was a strike. It was a swing and miss. The count now 1-2. Runners on second and third. And no outs. Already an 11-2 lead for the Camels. And a chance to add more with a base hit here from Tyler Halstead, who's 1 for 2.
Right. Yeah, if you're Michael Creighton here, not much you can do. There is another arm up in the Aggie bullpen, but I'm sure they're not one to use another arm. He's going to have to fight for his team and get through this inning.
Breaking ball missed outside for ball 2. 2-2 count. Take another look at the double steal. Well, that's just a good jump.
Great jumps. Just paying a lot of attention to the pitcher's tendencies, recognizing those tendencies, and then making a call.
2-2. Hard hit ball by Halstead. Flies it out towards right center.
Might have a play at the plate. Let's see.
Ash makes the grab. Fires it in. It's cut off by Maynard. Run down between second and third. They get him and get 2. However, Campbell gets another run to score on the RBI sac fly for Halstead. And it's now 12-2 here in the top of the 6th. Nobody on, though, with 2 outs.
Yeah.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 24, Jared Campbell.
Take another look at it.
That was a good
here
cut.
From Halstead. Got the job done.
Good throw by Ash here. Fielding it, chunking it.
And Maynard swinging a miss there for strike 1. And that was actually an 8-4-5 double play. Officially. This is low. And the count evens up at 1-1. You don't see a lot of those.
You don't see a lot of those, but they happen. It was a good cut, good decision. They almost missed it, though.
Actually, 8-3-5. Even more rare, because it was Maynard that actually cut it off, I believe.
Right.
So the count now 2-1.
Yeah, Maynard kind of hesitated on the throw a little bit. I thought he was going to sneak in there. We got another hit batsman here.
And Belbin gets plunked here from Creighton, so He'll head to first. That'll bring Drew Winters to the plate, who's 1 for 2 with a couple walks. He'll step in with one runner on and 2 outs.
So the Campbells have extended it out to your 10 runs here. Getting close to the 7th inning. I'm anxious to see how that would feel if they implemented your proposal. I think it's pretty reasonable after 7.
I'm all about the reasonableness.
You know, even with the potent Aggie offense, that's a tough deficit to overcome. Like you said, with maybe an inning or 2 left.
1-0. That was a gift for strike 1.
Yeah, a little low, man. Yeah, I thought, with this type of, flow of the game as we probably approach maybe 2.5 hours, that, the strike zone would get a little bit more liberal.
2 hours and 6 minutes so far here in the top of the 6th. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Seaton makes the play, steps on the bag at second, and that'll end the top of the 6th inning. But 2 more runs come across for the Camels, including another home run for Drake Pearson. 12-2 Camels going to the bottom of the 6th.
Citywide to countryside. Whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading protection to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, all kind of exclusive.
Babe, it's 8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
Back into sunny War Memorial Stadium in Greensboro, 12-2 lead for Campbell, and this guy right here has been a terror.
Yeah.
Ever since he set foot in the 3-3-6 yesterday, 3 home runs and now 9 RBI after that solo bomb today that one made it 11-2 Camels. They pat on another run on an RBI sac fly to make it 12-2. As Harrington will come out for his 6th inning of work. He's given up 5 hits, 2 runs, 9 strikeouts to 1 walk.
Yeah, just exactly what we expected. A guy that's going to throw strikes, throw several pitches for strikes. He's going to hold runners, manage batters. He's done all of those things today. And the Camels do have an arm getting ready to come in, so.
Chet Sykes squares the bunt.
Beauty.
Harrington off to field it, fires over to first, and it's in time. Harrington with an excellent reaction, showing some athleticism off the mound there, and it's 1 out.
I'm sure the scouts want to see if he could defend his position, and was able to do that right there. Good PFP play. Hopped off that mound.
Take a look at it there. He was never going to let anybody else field that. That was always going to be him, and he makes the play easily.
Those are fun. You work on that kind of stuff, 1,000 times in practice, and then when it happens in the game, it's second nature.
Shamar Dalton steps in, takes ball 1, 1-0 count. Dalton is 0 for 2 so far in this one.
Hit one up the middle, and I believe it was, is that Pearson at short?
No, it was Neto.
Neto made a big-time play. Dalton stole a base hit from Dalton his last at-bat, I believe.
Yeah, he did. Terrific play. Swing and a miss.
Count evens up. Change up right there.
Count goes to 1-2. He has a very good changeup.
Yeah, so I've seen a two-seam fastball. I've seen a really nice changeup, hard slider, everything in the zone. Trying to get to 10 strikeouts.
Dalton gets a piece of that, keeps himself alive. And Drake Pearson is going back to that solo home run he just hit. He is 6 for 8 so far this weekend with 3 home runs and 9 RBI.
Where's he ranked as a prospect?
It's going up. Dalton drives that one down the left field line. It'll land fair. Bounces into the corner. And
wait a minute.
It came back in. But I don't know if maybe it got stuck in the corner and then came back out. I'm not sure, but it ends up being called a double.
Yeah, ricocheted off of that old school stand over there, left field. Jump back in the field of play. Good piece of hitting by Shamar Dalton there, just kind of going the other way with it and driving it the other way.
See if we can see what happened with it in the corner.
Kind of ricocheted off some seats.
Oh, yeah, it did. It came back in out of the seats, yeah. Quickly, but yeah, it did. This is inside the count. 1-0. Runner on second, 1 out. Campbell leading 12-2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, a few hits, few runs, who knows? Score here, a few there, a few there. That's a flare in there, maybe. It's going to drop.
It drops in. Nice piece of hitting there from Seaton. And now his runners on the corners. And 1 out. That'll bring TJ Ash to the plate, who's 0 for 1 with a walk.
Number 6, TJ Ash.
Yeah, sometimes you just need the ball to bounce your way. And it seems like the Aggies, it bounces for them well late in the game, but they're usually playing from behind.
Get a signal from home plate. Here from the catcher, Nip, giving the signal to the infield here, and as TJ Ash gets ready to step in. So runners on the corners and 1 out.
Down 10 runs, I'd like to see something happen here. This is a good pivotal point of the game.
Pitch down in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 count.
It's where we typically see, an exchange of pawns, chess move for chess move, maybe. Been a few times we've seen, teams exchanging out or, for a run or two.
Swing and a miss from Ash.
Good hack.
Count evens up at 1-1. Runners on the corners and 1 out.
The infamous War Memorial shadow is coming into play. That shadow creeps out. It's a little tougher to see the pitch out of the pitcher's hand as it enters the shadow.
Swing and a miss again from Ash. And the count now 1-2. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Aggies again in a spot where they're just trying to chip away, similar to last night.
Yeah, they need to try to dip into that Campbell bullpen a little bit. The Campbell starters have just been outstanding. Rund had a great outing last night, got his team into the 6th or 7th inning before the Aggies were able to start touching a few of those Campbell's relievers.
Count now 2-2 to Ash. Harrington takes his time, comes with a 2-2, gets him swinging for strike 3. 10th strikeout of the afternoon for Harrington.
Got to double digits, 2 outs. First and third.
The shortstop, number 36, Saban Rowe.
For Thomas Harrington, that is now 85 strikeouts in 58 2/3 innings.
Yeah. He's throwing it. You know, he's going to finish his outing here and prepare for those Longwood Lancers next weekend. That's a potent offense as well.
That it is. Saban Roan steps in. He's 0 for 2. Swing and a miss for strike one. And runners on the corners. 2 outs. One. Another swing and a miss for strike two. Roan has already struck out twice against Harrington.
Yeah, Roan just getting some reps in the field, in the box, having to face a tough pitcher today. When you're just getting your first few opportunities to play, but you got to choke up and try to make some contact here.
Harrington glares in for the 0-2. Comes right after Roan and gets him swinging again for strike three. 11 strikeouts for Thomas Harrington, the projected first-round pick, showing the goods here in Greensboro. 6 innings in the books. Campbell leading 12-2.
My name is Gary.
Pastel.
Josie, I have MS.
I have MS.
MS is what we have.
I take Ocrevus.
An infusion treatment that's 2 times a year.
For adults with relapsing or primary progressive forms of multiple sclerosis, Ocrevus is proven effective in reducing relapses in RMS and slowing disability progression in RMS and PPMS.
Don't take Ocrevus if you've had a life-threatening allergic reaction to it or have hepatitis B. Tell your doctor about vaccinations or if you've had Hep B, as it could come back. A common side effect of Ocrevus is infusion reactions, and some may require hospitalization. It can increase your risk of infections, which can be serious and may decrease certain types of immunoglobulins. While PML was not reported in clinical trials, it could happen. An increased risk of cancer, including breast cancer, may exist.
MS is what we have.
Not who we are.
Not who we are.
Not who we are. Ask if Ocrevus is right for you and join our community.
3, 2, 1, and we're back live.
Top of the 7th inning at War Memorial Stadium. Big South Baseball on ESPN Plus. And new pitcher on the mound here for the Aggies is Jackson Hull. As we take another look at the Harrington strikeout, probably the end of his outing since there is activity in the pen for Campbell. 6 strong innings out of Harrington with 11 strikeouts. He had he gave up 7 hits and 2 runs, but pretty special outing nonetheless.
No doubt about it. Just came in as advertised, threw strikes the entire game. Got hit a little bit in an inning or two, but pretty much shoved it and threw all pitches for strikes. Made some defensive plays off the mound. Gave the scouts a nice little representation of what he's about.
So Jackson Hull now coming to the mound here for the Aggies. Hasn't pitched a ton this season. 3 innings so far. Has an ERA of 15, but again, hasn't pitched a ton so far.
Another opportunity for a guy who hadn't really seen a lot of action this year to get into a game that's perceived as somewhat out of reach and get a chance to face some really good hitters. That's what you want when you get an opportunity to play Division I baseball.
So Zach Netto now will step in. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Getting 378. Takes that one inside for ball 1. 1-0 count. And Netto, according to D1 Baseball, currently the 16th ranked prospect in the country for the MLB draft.
Yeah, another young man's made some really nice plays in the field. Swinging the bat well. I can see why. Teams are taking a look at some of these Camels. Possibly get a chance to play at the next level. Right now, pretty sure they'd be happy to go back to another regional. Yeah, we took a look at their schedule yesterday. They played a ranked Maryland team. They beat a ranked Liberty team.
Yep, they've been battle tested. I mean, beat Duke, beat NC State. They were the first team to beat NC State when NC State was smoking hot the first couple weeks of the season.
Right. As we got a 3-0 count here with Mr. Hull, let's see if he can work himself back into the count.
Skies that one to the left side of the grass.
Man, was that? Okay.
Saban Roan comes in, makes the grab, and it's one away.
Yeah, looked like Jackson was going to try to make a play on the pop up there. They teach that in fundamentals that pitchers should just get out of the way.
Yep.
So he kind of got out of the way, but then he was like, "Wait a minute, somebody's got to catch it."
Yeah, we've seen some miscommunication over there earlier in this one, so.
Yeah, those infield pop-ups, again, as a pitcher, I always felt like, I wanted to get the out myself. I could catch it. I had good hand-eye coordination,
This is inside.
Especially those that are like little small, maybe 50-foot pop-ups. The ones that sky like that a little bit, maybe those are tougher.
Those are tougher because they move on you.
Right. And the third baseman or catcher probably is going to have a better shot at catching that. But yeah, I think they do teach now. If it's just a little tiny pop-up, go ahead and catch it. If you're the pitcher, make the play. That one's popped up to left center.
And that's going to be more left field as Brantley moves under, makes the grab, and now it's 2 away. Going to bring Connor Denning to the plate. 1 for 3. You don't want to let the next guy come up if you're Jackson Hole here, because Drake Pearson is in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, Jackson coming in and again throwing strikes, letting the Camels get themselves out, and quickly 2 outs.
This is outside and low. Count 1-0. Fly ball towering back out towards right field, ranging over towards the corner and able to make the grab. Nearly running out of space over there in right field was Shamar Dalton, but able to make the grab over in the shadow. So at 3 up, 3 down, top of the 7th inning there for Jackson Hole. We've reached the 7th inning stretch in Greensboro.
Big things are happening this year across the South, from the mountains to the coast. The fast are getting faster. The strong are getting stronger. And the best is getting better. Get ready to raise your expectations. Get ready for something big. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Big South Sports.
There's over 450 million hoopers out there. One will outscore the country and put Norman on the map. Less than 1% of high school players get a scholarship. Odds of freshmen would lead the nation in points and assists. One ain't never been done. 1.3% of college players get drafted. Only one will drop 48 and 11 in the conference finals. One will know this is just the beginning. Trey had a 1.5 billion chance to get here, but he saw a possibility.
Bottom of the 7th inning here at War Memorial Stadium in Greensboro. Big South Baseball on ESPN Plus. Take a look at the replay on that final out. Connor Denning sent one out to the right field corner that just kind of ran out of gas, and Shamar Dalton running out of room over in that corner, able to make the grab for the 3rd out. And Thomas Harrington, it appears, is officially done for the day. And I believe that is Cameron O'Brien that has come in to replace him. Freshman here for the Camels. And 12-2 lead for Campbell. This is when the A&T offense started to come alive yesterday was in that 7th inning. They put up 6 runs in the 7th yesterday. Made it a 5-run game. Cameron O'Brien, a redshirt sophomore out of, actually he's listed as a freshman on this roster. So Cameron O'Brien, a freshman out of Wake Forest, North Carolina, pitched at Heritage. 1-0 this season in 7 appearances. 5.19 ERA. 6 strikeouts to 5 walks in 8 2/3 innings.
Yeah, solid reliever. Looking at some of his stuff here, had a 3-inning outing against USC Upstate. That seems to be somewhat impressive. And big imposing figure, 6'5", 225 up on the hill right now.
This is low and in for ball 1. 1-0 count. Canyon Brown, who's actually 2 for 2 in this one. Biggs hacking a pitch up high for strike 1. 1-1 count.
Brian looking with a little high heat right there as he checks the fanny pack for the sign.
Yeah, he's got it on the belt there as opposed to the arm. Down in the dirt. Count now 2-1. I don't think that's how they drew it up.
Right. Yeah, they're probably, like you said, man, they're probably like, hey, man, 3 regionals. We're going to keep it going how we do it.
Whatever works. I mean, they've been successful. There's no question. Brown fouls it back out of play. And the count evens up at 2-2.
Hey, man, we're in the 7th, so let's talk about these unis. What do you think about today's unis?
A lot of color on the field in this one today. As opposed to yesterday when we had gray jerseys and navy jerseys, today we've got gold and orange. So pretty much the polar opposite to yesterday.
Well, since you gave the Aggies the nod yesterday on the dub for unis, I'm giving it to the Camels today.
I'm with you. I love these orange jerseys. As Brown takes it on the back there, the leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 7th. The only reason I didn't like their unis yesterday is because there was no orange in them.
Right.
Today,
orange
all
everywhere.
The orange.
These are the uniforms. That's a caution.
Yes.
Caution. Explosves.
That's
in the dugout over
should
here.
Hang it up over their bats. By the way, you would appreciate their pregame ritual.
What's that?
If you ever got here early enough to see it.
Hey, man, I'm so good,
They take an energy drink like you, and they pour an energy drink on their bats.
No way.
I'm dead serious. Watched them do it earlier.
Awesome.
I knew you would appreciate it.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, those are some nice unis. I'd rather the uni, say where you're from. I'd rather a nice kind of cursive Campbell across the chest. I think would look a little better as an away kind of BP jersey. But they probably wear those at home too. So
that's why I think that's more of an alternate than a road. It's one that they can kind of wear both.
I'm just all about when you're on the road, man. It should say where you're from.
I mean, I get where you're coming from. I do.
And then the home uni should have your mascot name. But yeah, like you said, college budget, probably only allows for one kind of BP.
O'Brien is a redshirt sophomore, by the way, so it's listed on the website.
Yeah, kind of coming over top. Again, an imposing figure on the mound. Looks like he's got some velocity.
This is low and outside, and the count now 3-0.
Getting behind some runners. Some batters here. You don't want to start giving these Aggies gifts late in the game.
Brown's 3-0 offering. Misses low, and Brantley draws the walk. So back-to-back walks here for the Aggies in the bottom of the 7th. And that'll bring Anthony Hennings to the plate, who's 1 for 3, hitting .377.
I saw in Henning's last at bat, the Camels put on a nice little defensive shift. They've noticed that he's driving a lot of balls through that 4-hole over there. But they've got to remain in position to possibly make a double play. Let's see if they put a shift on. Big hole over there between the third baseman and the shortstop.
Takes that one down in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 count.
Possible Aggie rally in the midst.
See if Hennings can keep the on-base streak going, but he takes that one right at the belt for strike 1. 1-1 count. Runners on first and second. No outs. Aggies trying to avoid dropping the first 2 games of the series. Campbell trying to win their 11th game in a row.
Yeah, Campbell displaying why they've been one of the favorite teams.
Hard hit ball by Hennings drops into right center field. It'll roll all the way out to the fence. Rounding third, coming in to score. 1 run is Canyon Brown. Now Brantley on his high horse. He comes in to score. It's a 2-run double for Anthony Hennings. 2 runs across, still no outs, and it's 12-4 in the bottom of the 7th.
Hey, I'll tell you what. If I'm a scout in the stands, I'd take a second look at Mr. Hennings. That guy can just flat out stroke the baseball.
And he can. How to bring Court Maynard to the plate. He's 1 for 3. That bat has a lot of power in it, though, when he connects.
Yeah.
Take another look at that hit from Hennings. Just another hit by him going opposite way.
Just line drive. That's what they teach, man. Up the middle. Over there.
This is why I never want to hear people complain about the shift in baseball. Nope. I don't want to hear it. Just learn how to hit the opposite way.
Well, you know what? If he hits that on the ground, that might be a double play. But he just
got enough lift.
He's got that really good compact swing, what you like to see. That's when I realized I couldn't hit. When you watch guys like that, man, they just hit the baseball.
When you realize you were a pitcher.
Yeah, exactly.
Runner on second, no outs, 1-0 count to Court Maynard. A little activity starting in the Campbell bullpen. Maynard takes that one down in the dirt. The count 2-0. O'Brien's still trying to get his first out.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, again, it looks like he had a good 3-inning outing against USC Upstate, so he has it in him, but Aggies are touching him up a little bit right now. A lot of good arms in the Big South. I've seen a little bit of everything. I've seen a lot of side armors, submariners from both sides, righties and lefties.
Maynard drives this one to left field. Unfortunately for him, though, hits it right at the new left fielder. I believe that's Dalen Thompson, now out in left field. That'll bring Chet Sykes to the plate with 1 away. Still a runner on second.
Great job by Mr. O'Brien there, having given up some runs. Continue to throw strikes and hard hit ball, but right at his defensive player. And you got one out.
So Sykes now will step in. Sykes is 1 for 3, hitting .310 on the season. This is low and in. 1-0 count.
Yeah, this is when you try to earn your spike stickers. I don't know if they do that anymore. You sometimes get those stickers you put on your helmet in football when you execute. We used to get little stickers on you can put on your spikes. You get an RBI. Good opportunity here for Mr. Sykes to.
Sykes got that one off the handle of the bat, fouled it off as the count evens up 1-1. And runner on second, 1 out. 12-4 game now after the Aggies have brought a couple home here in the bottom of the 7th.
And Campbell's had an arm up in the pen just in case. pretty sure hoping Mr. O'Brien can finish this out here.
That's a strike on the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 count. A&T in the 7th inning in this series with Campbell. They scored 6 last night, 2 in this, so 8 of the 14 runs have come in the 7th innings.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like maybe that's when they get a little bit more aggressive and, early on in the game.
Sykes takes that pitch low and in. Count evens up at 2-2.
If you don't have the 2 explosive first inning performances by the Camels, then these games would be a little bit closer. It's just that one bad inning, man. Cricket numbers in those bad innings put you out of ball games. You got to fight back.
2-2. Fastball fouled off by Sykes, keeps himself alive. And the count's still 2-2. Runner on second. 1 out. Shamar Dalton waiting in the on-deck circle here for the Aggies.
I'll be honest with you, I would have loved an offense that could score 10 runs.
Most pitchers would.
They scored 10 runs last night, banging it all over the place. Right now, they seem to be a different offense.
2-2 from O'Brien. Breaking ball.
Oh, that was a good pitch.
It's close.
That was
and it's a full count.
Again, it was a bit up.
I think it crossed the plate up and dropped a little.
But even where it crossed the plate, I thought that was again that's a pitch that is either going to be over the fence. I've seen guys absolutely destroy that pitch.
Full count delivery now from O'Brien. Runner on second, 1 out. Sykes swings, fouls it back out of play, extends the at-bat. Still full count.
So the logic is, if they can smash it, then when they don't smash it, and it fools them, therefore it should be a strike. How do you like that argument?
Say that again.
All right, so if a guy can smash that bell-type kind of high curveball that they call a ball sometimes, if he can just murder that pitch over the fence, right?
Yes.
But he gets fooled, it doesn't swing, shouldn't it be a strike?
On the inside corner, gets Sykes looking for strike 3. That's a strike, and it's 2 away. Well, I think, guys can hit a pitch up at their chest out of the ballpark. So
true, but I'm speaking of the hanging curveball that's usually higher in the zone. Okay, that gets destroyed when they swing at it. But if they kind of buckle and don't swing at it, and it's popped over the plate, and the catcher is right there, and we're all looking at it like, I think it should be called a strike. That's my opinion.
Just depends on the umpire there. Runner on second, 2 outs. Dalton swings, fouls that one back out of play to the left side, and the count 0-1.
You've got mail.
That was a creative soundbite there.
Yeah.
Shattering glass, and then you've got mail. That's not usually what it sounds like when I have mail.
That's an old school thing. That's old school AOL. From like 30 years ago.
You're making yourself sound old again. Foul back out of play, and the count now 0-2. Runner on second, 2 outs.
You've got mail. Could you imagine that blinging 1,000 times with spam? You've got mail. You've got mail. You've got mail.
That's exactly what it would do today. That's exactly what it would do today. I don't know how people get some people get the email. I understand getting the silent notifications for your emails on your phone, but I don't understand how anybody gets the ring or the vibration every time, because you would just lose your mind with all the emails people get now.
Hey man, technology, evolution.
Count now 1-2 to Dalton. Runner on second, 2 outs. One, 2. Dalton
drives another one.
Drops that one through the hole in left field. They'll send the runner from second to home. The throw, not in well, it was in time, but
a little off.
Nip was kind of looking like he might throw to first. I think he could have dove back and maybe got the out, honestly.
Right.
But either way, it's an RBI single there for Shamar Dalton, his 6th of the season. And it's now 12-5. 3 runs for the Aggies here in the bottom of the 7th.
Punching back again late in the game.
It's a good piece of hitting. Just took it opposite field.
Yeah.
And now Justice Panton going to come in and hit.
Aggies putting up a fight. Hey, just like that, it's down to 7. So they didn't want to be a part of your 10-run rule proposal, man. They wanted to get back in this thing.
I guess not.
But that's why that's a good rule.
That's why I say 7.
Yeah.
Because to that point, you're just, it's unlikely.
Right.
Usually that's when you see coaches start sending the guys out just to get them some at-bats.
Yeah.
Panton takes strike 1 right at the belt. 0-1 count. Runner on first with 2 outs. 3 runs for the Aggies here in the bottom half of the 7th. Cut a 10-run deficit to a 7-run game.
Creeping back slowly. They fight with 2 outs for some reason.
Breaking ball misses outside and low. Count now 1-1.
First big league memory, Ryan. Where'd you go, man?
I went to Fulton County Stadium, actually.
Oh,
so
man.
the first Brave Stadium, or the old Brave Stadium.
Atlanta Fulton County.
Yeah.
Very familiar.
Saw them play the Dodgers. Panton takes a big cut. Misses for strike 2, 1-2 count. Hideo Nomo pitched, actually, in that game.
Okay.
And the Dodgers turned a triple play.
Man, you got to see a lot in your first game. First big league game. How old were you?
I was 8, I believe. 1-2. I've been to all 3 Brave stadiums, actually.
That's right. Atlanta Fulton County, then it was Turner
and
Field.
now Truist, yeah. 1-2, misses low and outside. The count now 2-2. What was your first experience?
You know what? As a young man, my father was a Aggie graduate and a corporate executive, so we kind of jumped around the country. I'm actually born a Buckeye. I was born in Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
And then we moved from Cleveland to New Jersey, and that's when I started playing. That's my first season of baseball. I was a T-baller in Howell Township,
swinging
New Jersey.
A miss there from Panton as he comes around there for strike 3.
Way to see the Yankees, man.
That's a great first experience. 7 innings in the books. Aggies get a little closer. It's now 12-5 as we move to the top of the 8th.
My name is Gary.
Pastel.
Josie, I have MS.
I have MS.
MS is what we have.
I take Ocrevus.
An infusion treatment that's 2 times a year.
For adults with relapsing or primary progressive forms of multiple sclerosis, Ocrevus is proven effective in reducing relapses in RMS and slowing disability progression in RMS and PPMS.
Don't take Ocrevus if you've had a life-threatening allergic reaction to it or have hepatitis B. Tell your doctor about vaccinations or if you've had Hep B, as it could come back. A common side effect of Ocrevus is infusion reactions, and some may require hospitalization. It can increase your risk of infections, which can be serious and may decrease certain types of immunoglobulins. While PML was not reported in clinical trials, it could happen. An increased risk of cancer, including breast cancer, may exist.
MS is what we have.
Not who we are.
Not who we are.
Not who we are. Ask if Ocrevus is right for you and join our community.
The right-hander, number 11, Jeremiah.
Top of the 8th inning, Big South Baseball on ESPN Plus. Campbell leading North Carolina A&T 12-5 as we move into the top of the 8th. Ryan Stone, Corey Lima here with you. Aggies brought 3 across there in that bottom of the 7th to get a little closer. New pitcher on the mound again here for the Aggies. It's Jeremiah Foster. Right-hander who's thrown 9 innings this season, has an ERA of 4. 6 strikeouts. So come to the mound In the top of the 8th, Foster, a redshirt junior from right here in Greensboro, transferred from Elon. 6 strikeouts and 5 walks, has a record of 1-0.
Yeah, Foster is the low whip guy. I think walks, hits per inning is an underrated stat.
He gets a immediate test.
Yes.
Drew Pearson steps in. Pearson is 6 of 8 so far against the Aggies with 3 home runs and 9 RBI. So he takes strike 1 count.
Yeah, I'd rather face Mr. Pearson right now rather than guys on the bags.
I'd rather never face him if I'm a pitcher. But anyway, Pearson drives that one out to left center field. That's another hit for Pearson as it'll roll all the way out to the warning track, and he will stroll in with a double. Oh, I meant he's 7 for 9. Excuse me.
Yeah, no. But hey, you know what? At least that doesn't score any runs. Now you can just get everybody else out. You see what I'm saying?
You know, I really think if I was somebody who might be interested in the future for Mr. Pearson, I think Greensboro could be a prosperous place for him in the future.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he looked good in a Grasshopper uniform. You been over there yet, the Grasshoppers?
Well, not this season, but yeah, I mean, I've been.
They opened up last week.
They opened up with the Winston-Salem Dash, actually. A little I-40 showdown between the Triad teams.
Yeah. Man, I hate that I missed that.
1-0 count. Grant Knipp, who is 0 for 2 with an RBI and 2 walks. Outer half for strike 1. 1-1 count.
Well, you know, again, part of the reason why you can really get into baseball is if you like numbers and stats. So we were talking about the whip, the walks, hits per innings pitched. Mr. Foster's sitting at a 1.1. So statistically, he's already given up his hit for this inning.
He hasn't pitched against Campbell before. 2-1 counts.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I'm just being honest on that one. I mean, that's not to knock Jeremiah Foster. He's a good pitcher.
Let's test it out. Let's see.
We'll see. But I'm just being honest.
Yeah, no.
3-1 count. This Campbell offense is
real deal Holyfield, as we say in A-Town. It sure is. It's definitely potent. Good test here.
Chop towards third, makes it past Hennings into left field. Coming in to score, it'll be Pearson. See if they score that a hit or not. Either way, it's 13-5 as Campbell adds an insurance run that they might not have needed.
Yeah,
they do call it a hit, so it's an RBI single there for Grant Knipp, his second of the day.
Those balls hit down that third base line are going to be tough, especially if they're hit pretty hard.
Gonna bring Waldy Arias to the plate. He is 2 for 3 today with a couple RBI. Steps in with a runner on first and no outs. Just above the belt for ball 1. 1-0 count.
Yeah, the name of the game right now for the Aggies is to just get outs where you can get them. Hopefully they can, draw some more contact. That was a hard hit ball, a potential playable ball, but just hit a little too hard.
1-1, breaking ball, gets him swinging. Or, no, actually fouled that off. 1-2 count. Just got a piece of it.
Let's see here. Getting late in the game. Yeah, there's been an arm. And it looks like they gave him the hat in the Camel's bullpen, so we might get a chance to see a new Camel.
Count now 2-2.
Mr. Foster taking his time with these batters.
2-2.
Good pitch there.
Ooh, that's close. But all 3. 3-2 count.
Might have been slightly up. I think that was rule book strike zone compliant, though.
That one misses up for ball 4. And now runners on first and second with no outs. That'll bring Tyler Halstead to the plate. 1 for 2 with an RBI.
This is where the Aggies have gotten themselves into some trouble. You really want to try to get a shutdown inning whenever your offense has put up some positive offense. They scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Just want to try your best to keep those bats rolling a little bit.
This is the first pitch there to Halstead for ball 1. 1-0 count. Halstead, the number 9 hitter in the order. The leadoff man, Jared Belbin, standing in the on-deck circle. This is outside, and the count now 2-0. And Foster having a little bit of trouble throwing strikes.
Yeah, it's a little tougher when you get runners on the bags. You're fighting to stay in the game. It's an 8-run deficit here. You definitely don't want to add to it with a walk and another extra base hit. So at some point you just got to force the issue and make them make contact, positive or negative.
3-0 from Foster, excuse me. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. 3-1 count.
Same spot for Mr. Foster.
No, missed outside for ball 4. So now bases loaded, no outs, and a chance to once again blow it open here for the Camels. Got to bring Belbin to the plate.
Number 24, Jared Belbin.
Now, hey, let's revisit the 10 rule discussion.
10 run?
10 run rule discussion, the mercy rule. Because if they do score 2 more runs here, I agree with you. It would be 15-5. And if the Aggies don't score,
well, yeah, I think any time after the 7th, so the 7th or the 8th.
No, that's what I mean. That's a good call. In terms of after the 5th, 15 after the 5th, and 10 after the 7th makes a lot of sense.
Swing and a miss there for strike 2, quickly an 0-2 count.
And if you're the Aggies, you got to do what Mr. Foster's doing right now is just refocus and try to keep it below that deficit.
Down in the dirt, count now 1-2.
You get a strikeout here, a double play, you're still within that, still under 10. So you can still fight. So you got to earn the right to fight.
Chopped back up the middle, backhanded stab there, flips over to Roan at short, turns it over, but able to leg it out. Is Belbin. A run comes in to score. They do get an out, but still runners on the corners and just 1 out. It's Justice Panton in at second base now.
Looks like Panton could have possibly taken that himself instead of flipping. If he would have just ran to the bag, stepped on it through.
So now Drew Winters.
Let's see that replay if possible. As the Aggies, if the Aggies calling a first, third play here.
Drew Winters will step in.
Number 16, Drew Winters.
As you can see here, if he just maybe takes it himself.
I don't think so. Oh. Belbin can just run. Belbin can run. I mean, he's the leader, one of their leaders in stolen bases.
That's why I love replay because it looked like he was closer. He was far from the bag in the replay.
I don't think him taking it himself would have might have even been less of a chance on the inside corner there.
That is true.
0-2 count. Runners on the corners and 1 out. 14-5 lead for the Camels. Fouled out of play there by Winters. Count remains 0-2.
I know what we can call it. Fight for your right to party rule.
I think the run rule works. Flies out towards center field. Making the grab is Ash. Ash will fire it in. The runner will tag up from third and come in to score. An RBI sac fly there for Winters. Now 2 away, 15-5 lead with a runner on first and 2 outs.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Zach Neto.
All right, so now we're back at the 10-run deficit. So if the Aggies don't score, game over. Boom. Rule executed.
If it was our rule, yes, but no, that's not the rule, unfortunately. Just to clarify for the viewers, on the inside corner, strike 1. Runner on first, 2 outs. Down in the dirt, count evens up 1-1.
Yeah, I'm sure the Aggie staff does want to bring in another arm here.
There's a little activity up in the pen. Nobody really throwing, though. There are a few guys down there. This is low, and the count now 2-1.
Let's see what sequence they go with here.
2-1 delivery.
And they go with hit and run.
And it chopped towards third, foul. That'll even the count up at 2-2.
Yeah, I just think this baseball is just more fun when you do that. They're up
hit and run?
Hit and run with 10 runs up, late in the game, hit and run. It's just fun, it's just kind of a...
It's more about like why not situation.
Yeah. I like that call there, hit and run.
2-2 delivery. Again, another hard hit ball on the third baseline, foul.
Yeah, they took it off on that one.
So 2-2. Runner on first, 2 outs. Camels have added 3 here in the top of the 8th, and Neto gets plunked on the arm there. And he'll head down to first. So now runners on first and second with 2 outs. And now Dalen Thompson will come in. Thompson came into left field defensively in the bottom of the 7th.
Number 1, Dalen Thompson.
So Thompson, who's hitting 171 so far this season. He'll come in with runners on first and second and 2 outs.
Logan Jordan. He'll be in left field.
Breaking ball, Thompson drives it out to center field. Going back towards the warning track, able to make the grab as Ash. But the Camels add 3 more runs in the top of the 8th. They stretch it back out to a 10-run lead, 15-5 as we move to the bottom of the 8th on ESPN+.
The way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Big things are happening this year across the South, from the mountains to the coast. The fast are getting faster. The strong are getting stronger. And the best is getting better. Get ready to raise your expectations. Get ready for something big. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Big South Sports.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Bottom of the 8th inning at War Memorial Stadium in Greensboro. Ryan Stone, Corey Lima here with you for this presentation of Big South Baseball on ESPN+. 15-5 lead for the Campbell Camels, looking for their 11th straight win, trying to get to 10-1 in conference play, whereas the Aggies trying to avoid falling to 1-10. And high-scoring series so far. It was 14-10 in the opener of the series last night. Now 20 more runs put up so far in this one.
Hey, man, but again, I like offense. Maybe not this much offense. Maybe if the game was a little bit more closely contested. But you're right. It's been a lot of contact between the baseball and the bat.
There's been a lot of contact between the ball and beyond the fence out there.
Yeah, no, these guys are swinging it again. But before they play here, let's talk a little bit about this 10-run rule again. One last time. I think if the Aggies can score one run, they fought for their right to continue to fight. Okay, they just got to get one. Okay. But if they don't get one and it still remains at 10, then I think you've lost.
The game is over.
You're right to party, man.
Right to party. Okay.
And then you gotta fight for your right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm envisioning. Fight for your right to party. What do you think?
Big swing and a miss there from TJ Ash for strike one.
That's how you sell it.
It's an 0-1 count.
That's how you package it.
You just sell it as a run rule because that's how it's sold everywhere else.
But it's just got more passion in it, It's got more passion in it, Ryan.
Garrett Kangas is back in. Pitched last night. The pitcher from nearby Martinsville, Virginia. For the Carlisle School. Is that up for ball one? 1-1 count.
Again, we're in conference play now. I'm usually opposed to this, guys throwing back-to-back like that. But Mr. Kangas, the Martinsville native.
Well, when you're only throwing an inning, typically.
True. No, I'm just saying, you're going to have to do it at the end of the conference season and in the tournament. And if you want to go further in, the postseason, then you're going to have to do it.
2-1 Kangas as he missed inside on Ash. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Aggies.
But, what I'm saying is I like to see how guys do that. I like to see which guys, I'm pretty sure coaches want to see which guys, how they respond, how their arm responds throwing back to back. If they still have the same velocity, they still have the same, spin on their breaking pitches. If the arm is just as lively as it was the night before, contributes to decisions when stuff's really on the line in the postseason. And let's see how Mr. Kangas does with it here.
2-2 count. Swing and a miss for strike three. Kangas with his 8th strikeout of the season. And it's one away. That'll bring Saban Roan to the plate. Roan has struck out in all 3 plate appearances so far in this one.
Hey, getting some ABs today. Getting a chance to see some pitches. Again, a lot different from seeing them in batting practice. Simulations. Live game is just different when you're in the box. And Mr. Roan's getting a chance to just see what that looks like. See if he can.
Misses up for ball one.
Make some contact here.
1-0 count. Kangas with the 1-0, misses outside. Count now 2-0.
I'd like to step off there by Mr. Kangas. Reprogram yourself, get behind. See if you can jump back in the count.
2-0, fouled off. Count goes to 2-1. Roan back in to await the 2-1 from Kangas.
I'm telling you that War Memorial shadow it has an effect also.
Missed outside, the count 3-1.
I mean, you can even see it on the monitor a little bit. When the ball comes out of the pitcher's hand, it's covered in that sunshine and it just disappears into that shadow. It's hard to explain, but when you're standing in the box.
It's hard to pick it up. 3-1 delivery. Roan fouls it off out of play, and the count goes full. And nobody on, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. Our game just over 3 hours old.
I don't do social media, but I'm telling you, there's going to be some hashtag fight for your right to party out there, man. Watch.
Swing and a miss for strike 3, and it's 2 away.
I'm calling it.
Maybe the Beastie Boys are listening somewhere. That'll bring Canyon Brown to the plate. Nobody on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Saw them perform one time.
Really?
Briefly. It was like a short, like a 15-minute thing. It's like a rock the vote thing when I was in college.
Gotcha.
And no, I'm not that old. They were old at that point. They were all gray-haired and swinging a miss from Canyon Brown for strike one.
They're OGs.
That was about 2008, I believe. It's when Obama was running, actually.
Yeah.
0-1 count.
You had to see him live, though.
Fouled off. Count goes to 0-2.
Now, that was, I guess the fan call for the fans of the Kansas City Chiefs that year. With what's his name? Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
He had everybody hyped. But it's true,
0-2 count.
I mean, even though you're talking about a single game, I mean, typically that's in a postseason situation. But, I think in a regular ball game, if you're not willing to fight for one more run to stay in the game, then the game should be over.
That's a fair point.
And therefore, you've been mercied. And we could even track that stat.
How many times have you been mercied?
Yes. You don't think that would be cool?
It would. 0-2. Misses outside. The count goes to 1-2.
I mean, that would show, that would show this, a team, how many times a team has mercied other teams. Because anybody can be mercied.
That's true.
Like, it'd be like a TKO, a baseball TKO.
That is, I guess, the definition. Brown drives that one back out towards left field. On its high horse, it is
Gandhi.
fair and gone. A solo bomb for Canyon Brown, his first of the season. He sends it flying down the left field line. And it's 15-6. Another 8th inning run here for the Aggies. I don't know what it is about the 7th and 8th inning, but that's where, let's see, as they scored last night 6 and 3 runs in the 7th and 8th inning, as that one sent screaming down the left field line. And the question about that one was whether it was going to stay fair, and it just stayed fair for a solo homer. Out to bring Cam Brantley to the plate. He homered in the 7th last night. He's 0 for 3 so far today. Does have an RBI and has walked.
All right, so now we got 2 outs. So he just fought for his team, okay, to stay in this ball game.
Extended it from avoiding the imaginary run rule.
I mean, hey, he fought for the right, man. He fought for the right. Now they're in the mix for inning number 9.
We got a long way to go. This is outside.
True.
Count 2-0.
Still probably somewhat out of the ball game, but I will say they earned the right to go to the 9th inning. Is what I'm saying.
There have been 45 runs in 17 innings so far in this series.
A lot of offense. We said we liked offense.
No, you said that. Don't group me in. Popped up into foul territory on the third base side. Ranging over near the fence.
Man.
Tried to make a little leaping grab there to Bilbin, but couldn't quite reach. The count 2-1.
He took a good attempt at it. Just out of play though. Yeah, both teams, man. Just the Aggies have 10 hits today. Camels have 12.
The Aggies scored 7 of their 10 runs yesterday in the 7th and 8th inning. And then today they've scored 4 of their 6. So they've scored 11 of their 16 runs in the 7th and 8th inning in this series.
Yeah. They never give up. You can definitely say that.
3-1. Catches the inside corner for strike 2.
Yeah,
full count.
I think, like I said, that's what makes that rule significant, because if it were real,
that's the most important part. If it was real.
I mean, But, I mean, it does. It helps you.
Got him looking on the inside corner again. Kangas, after giving up the solo bomb, comes back and gets his third strikeout of the inning. 8 innings in the books, 15-6 Campbell as we move to the top of the ninth.
Your home internet is going ultra. Introducing Verizon 5G Home. See ya, Cable. With 5G Home, you get blazing fast 5G ultra-wideband internet to power your entire home.
I'm ordering pizza.
Yeah, I can eat.
What's our new address?
I don't know. Set it up yourself in just minutes. No drama. And look here, 5G Home is 50% off with your unlimited plan. Just $25 a month, no contracts, no hidden fees. What do you say to that? Shh, right, you enjoy that internet. Verizon is going ultra with home internet at our best price.
Okay, this is a freezer, not a time capsule. Sometimes the house itself can tell you how a young homeowner is turning into their parents.
Not those two.
Yep, they're gone.
Forever?
Yep.
That there is Progressive's Home Quote Explorer website where I compared home insurance rates.
We don't need to print the internet. Some are beyond help. I will give you $100 if you can tell me what this is.
Scotch egg.
It's a meatball.
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer.
We've got a lot of work to do.
Top of the ninth inning at War Memorial Stadium in Greensboro. Big South Baseball on ESPN Plus, 15-6. It was a solo home run from Canyon Brown right here that he sent towering down the left field line. Gave the Aggies one more run, make it a 9-run game as we move into the ninth inning. Justin O'Neill coming in for the Aggies in relief now. 6 2/3 innings this season. 6.75 ERA. And he will face Connor Denning. Drake Pearson will come to the plate one more time. And it looks like Grant Knipp is still currently in the lineup. Actually, is going to be pinch hitting here for... that'll be a pinch hitter here for... It'll be Kuntz that'll pinch hit. He pinch hit last night.
Getting some ABs. Yeah, 9-run ball game. Again, coming in, just throwing strikes, just to get that offense back in there as soon as possible. 2 positive innings for the Aggies offensively.
Kuntz back in. Takes that one up a little as the count evens up at 1-1.
Yeah, if I'm coming in to relieve for the Aggies, I'm just looking forward to the challenge of facing Mr. Pearson.
Sure. 1-2 count.
I say that right. When I was younger, I was a little bit more cockier.
You should go out there and see if they'll let you pitch to him.
And
2-2 count.
I was always one of those. I like to test my mettle. Okay, amongst the best. And he's obviously at least this series has shown that he wants some scouts to take a look. Mr. Canyon Brown for the Aggies has done that as well.
Yeah, Canyon Brown's had a nice game as well, that's for sure.
That home run he just hit.
Well, it caps a 3-for-3 day for Canyon Brown. Fly ball out towards shallow right field. That'll drop in for Kuntz. And it's a leadoff single. So the leadoff man aboard with no outs. And Drake Pearson will come to the plate. He has 9 RBI. He's 7 for 9 with 3 home runs this against the Aggies.
This guy's swinging it. Again, this is the challenge that you want right here. These days are a good opportunity for all these players, actually. These scouts are out here obviously looking at some of the guys we've mentioned.
Strike on the inside corner.
But, there's some players on the Aggie side and some other Camels that those scouts are getting a chance to see.
This is low.
What happened? It was a balk? It looked like it might have been a balk.
Yeah. So the count evens up at 1-1. Or 0-1, excuse me.
Good looking pitch.
This is high and in. Count now 2-1.
Shadow slipping off a little bit. It's kind of diagonal now.
On the inside corner.
Yeah, you can see it on that last pitch really well. If they can show us that angle again from behind home plate. That pitcher is delivering the pitch.
Count evens up 2-2.
There it is.
Fouled off to the third base side. Count still 2-2. And runner on second with no outs.
Yeah, that's the best angle right there to see it. Watch when the pitcher delivers the baseball and how it looks, and then when it gets into that shadow.
2-2. Kind of banishes, and Kenyon Brown had trouble handling it there. Full count. That'll allow the runner to move over to third. And now runner on third, full count. And no outs here in the top of the ninth with Drake Pearson, who's 4 for 5 today with 4 RBI. Swinging a miss there for strike 3, and Justin O'Neill can take a bow on that one.
Yeah.
As this one away, and somebody has finally retired Drake Pearson.
Good sequence there. Good sequence. A lot of breaking pitches, it looked like.
Big swing there from Nip for strike 1. A 1 count, runner on third, 1 out. 15-6 lead for the Camels.
Yeah. That was a good looking pitch low in the zone.
Count evens up now at 1-1. Nip digs back in to await the 1-1. Runner on third, 1 out. On the inside corner there for strike 2. 1-2 count.
Yeah, it would be big if he could strike him out here. Hold that runner at third base. Possibly get the third out wherever. Oh, that's hit.
Hard hit ball makes it through the hole between short and third into left field. It's an RBI single there for Nip. His third RBI of the day. That gives him 15 on the season. And now runners on first. Runner on first, excuse me, with 1 out. So now Waldy Arias will step in, 2 for 3 today with 2 RBI. Strike 1 on the outside corner.
Yeah, I would just continue to throw whatever pitch he's throwing right there. I think that, in addition to the shadow, it's just tough to pick up. It's a good looking pitch right there.
Kickoff throw over to first, not in time. Fouls that one back, and the count goes to 1-2. And runner on first with 1 out here in the top of the ninth. 16-6, Campbell. Breaking ball got him swinging for strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Justin O'Neill here in the top of the ninth. That'll bring Tyler Halstead to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI.
Everybody would get a steady diet of those right there.
It's not a bad idea the way he's been throwing it.
That would be the only pitch I throw for the rest of this inning. Coming right out of that sun. into that shadow. Out of the zone. Strike 3.
1-0 count to Halstead. Comes the plate. Breaking ball misses up. Count now 2-0. Delivery. Halstead flies that one down the left field line in foul territory and lands just out of the reach of Cam Brantley. It'll go down to strike 1. 2-1 count now.
Got to give some credit to the A&T facilities staff, which includes the young men. Field is starting to look like a baseball field out here at War Memorial.
Yeah. They had a lot of work to do. Still some to do, but it looks a lot better than it did early in the season. 2-1. Misses outside. The count now 3-1.
We got to get the guy that cuts those nice designs in the grass. You seen some of those designs? Some of these ballparks in the big leagues?
Yeah. It's unreal. 3-1 delivery. Fouled off out of play to the left side. And the count goes full.
It's turf management, man.
That's it.
On a high level.
That would be the highest level.
Yeah. I've seen the guy cuts the Red Sox at Fenway.
That in golf courses.
Yeah, man. It was looking pretty in Augusta during the Masters.
Halstead chops it foul.
Hit and run.
That might be one of the most underrated high pressure jobs in the country.
True.
Being the groundskeeper at Augusta.
Yeah. No doubt about it. But you're only really working that hard. Well, I guess you're.
No, that's an all-week thing, right? I mean, to do that, to keep that place, misses up, and the count, a walk. Got to bring Belbin back to the plate. So runners on first and second with 2 outs.
Number 24, Jared Belbin.
O'Neal misses outside for ball 1. 1-0 count. O'Neal with the 1-0. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. And the count evens up at 1-1.
Yeah, we got to convince him, man. But you know what? When we're talking about this rule, the Aggies would have fought through it today. So we would still have to,
2-1 count. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 count.
2-2-2. Oh, well, that was
just missed outside for ball 3. Full count. Full count delivery to Belbin. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Load away.
Well, the Aggies put a 0 up on the board, or give up 1 run, there, in the top of the ninth, 16-6. As we move to the bottom of the ninth, Aggies down to their final 3 outs next on ESPN+.
There's over 450 million hoopers out there. One will outscore the country and put Norman on the map. Less than 1% of high school players get a scholarship. Odds of freshmen would lead the nation in points and assists. 1 ain't never been done. 1.3% of college players get drafted. Only 1 would drop 48 and 11 in the conference finals. 1 will know this is just the beginning. Trey had a 1.5 billion chance to get here, but he saw a possibility.
There's not a secret to what actually happens behind the scenes at a bank. Here at First Citizens, we're trying to educate the client in each step of what's actually going to happen and actually have them make the educated decision around what steps and what options they utilize. We want to become that trusted advisor that actually guides them down that road, helping you reach your goals. That's Forever First.
Bottom of the ninth inning at War Memorial Stadium in Greensboro. Big South Baseball on ESPN Plus. Ryan Stone, Corey Lima here with you. A 16-6 lead for the Campbell Camels as they try to get the final 3 outs of this one and clinch the series here with winning the first 2 games of a 3-game set.
They've put on a good show. They've come to Greensboro and shown how they play baseball in Blues Creek. And it's been exciting to watch. A lot of good players. Again, we talked about how many scouts are here. And we've talked about a few other guys that have shined that might not have. So far, Pearson has been the most impressive player that I've seen out there. Outside of Kenyon Brown, also Kenyon Brown for the Aggies looked big time. A lot of good baseball players in the Big South.
So it'll be Cade Anderson who comes in to take over on the mound here for the Camels. 5 1/3 innings this season, 8 strikeouts, and a 5.06 ERA. So 16-6 lead for the Camels. They got to deal with the difficult part of the order here, though, does Hennings, as it'll be Anthony Hennings, Court Maynard, and Chet Sykes.
Good challenge for him. Even though all he's got to do is preserve this 10-run lead, he gets a chance to face one of the better hitters in the conference.
Hennings 2 for 4 with 2 RBI, up to 18 on the season now.
Good, one-on-one here.
Misses outside for ball 1. 1-0 count from Anderson to Hennings.
Has some good zip on it.
Fastball as Hennings flies that into foul territory over near first base.
Playable.
Ranging over, able to make the grab, and it's 1 away. So, quick out there for Cade Anderson. Aggies down to their final 2 outs with Court Maynard coming to the plate. He's 1 for 4.
Yeah, Maynard just coming in here at the end of the game, getting some hacks in. Down 10. I'm trying to hit a tee shot here.
Might as well.
I'm trying to get in trouble.
Yeah, well, he takes the hit. And led on down to first, so a runner aboard with 1 out. And for Court Maynard,
that's number 15.
That's 15 times this season. He attracts the baseball.
He doesn't mind it at all. I got to give him credit. Actually did, hopefully he's okay. We were talking about it the other day. I think it was Pete Alonso that got hit in the face last week.
Never a fun experience.
Never.
Brett Mersman now will step in to pinch hit.
Nerves of steel these guys have. Because, again, it's just a slight turn of your shoulders, but the ball's 90-plus miles per hour.
Misses high for ball 1. 1-0 count.
Nerves of steel, I guess.
One way of putting it. New definition for hard-headed. And again, Mersman gets plunked. So runners on first and second now with 1 out. As Anderson hits a couple guys back-to-back. Now Shamar Dalton will come to the plate. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI, 6th RBI of the season. He's at 346 this season. Limited opportunities, of course, not an everyday starter for the Aggies. Getting the call this weekend due to some injuries.
Yeah, always a challenge when you've got to make kind of substitutions and guys, who haven't been getting the reps have to get the in-game reps.
Strike on the inside corner, 0-1 count. There's on first and second with 1 out. 16-6 lead for Campbell. Yesterday's score was 14-10, so a lot of runs in this two-game series so far.
Yeah.
Game 3 scheduled for tomorrow afternoon at 1. Hard hit ball right at the first baseman, makes the stab, does Pearson, fires over to second, gets the lead runner, and they turn 2. It is a 3-6-1 game-ending double play for the Campbells as they get a 16-6 win over the North Carolina A&T Aggies. That is their 11th straight win. They are now 10-1 in conference play, 21-12 overall. North Carolina A&T drops to 12-21, 1-10 in conference play now for the Aggies.
They seem to be on a mission. We talked about it this entire series about their most recent history and postseason performances, and they're looking to get back there, Ryan.
They played very well and showing the bats off this weekend, no question about that. Now it's time to get into our Hercules Tires strong move of the game, and look, there's not just show the replay. It's not really a surprise who this is going to be.
Yeah,
Mr. Pearson with his 3rd home run of the weekend. He went 4 for 6 today.
Yeah.
He's got 9 RBI in 2 games against the Aggies and 3 home runs. He's been the strong move of the weekend.
Yeah.
He was the strong move yesterday with his grand slam. He is having himself a series.
He is. Recognize that there were some scouts in the stands.
He definitely showed out for him. There's no question about that. As Campbell gets the win, 16-6. Game 3 scheduled for tomorrow here at the War at 1 o'clock. We'll be with you on ESPN Plus. For my partner Corey Lima, I'm Ryan Stone. Thank you for listening to Big South Baseball on ESPN Plus.